for you. Don't free pass me. There he is. There he is, Lil Richard Richardson.
Yo, word of my dad when they fight this nigga getting broke up. Word of my dad, post this?
You're trash. Devin, you trash.
You're not gonna post
Devin,
this.
you
He can only say the same thing.
B3 Pix TV, we back for another live. Let me just say what's up real quick, man. We definitely building. We growing our team. Listen, the race is not for the swiftest, for those who endure to the end. We taking it one day at a time. We growing. Man, we definitely working. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Hey, the grind don't stop for us. 2026, that's the year of consistency for us. We've been taking it one day at a time, building, growing. Hey, and our monetization will be in at the end of the week. So I'm thankful, y'all. I'm thankful. If you come in here, listen, don't hesitate to support the grind, help us grow. Bless the Zelle, bless the PayPal, bless the Cash App. It's all there for you. Teamwork make the dream work. We building a full team, a community of people that's gonna love and support us. Um, Listen, if you ain't a real one, don't be around us. We don't want you around. We only want around us. So hey, and we listen, it's a big fight week, huge fight week. Listen, we about to get into it today. Juan Claudio, talk to me, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, you know.
Listen, blessed, man. Thankful. Appreciate you always pulling up, showing love. Listen, we need real people around us. That's what I be telling my people on TikTok. We don't want no fake accounts, no bots around us. We need genuine people. See, some people they can't bless financially, but they can bless with their time. They can bless by being positive, hitting the like button. Listen, you need different members on the team to fill the team out. Everybody has different capacity. We just need everybody working in unison so that way we can reach our goals. All right, so let me pivot real quick. One, big fight week. Listen, it got crazy yesterday. We didn't even really get to talk about no fights. Hot Rod came in hot. Blaze was in here, Mr. Shelton. It was a fire live, but it got a little wild. Let's pivot real quick. Let's start off the show like this one. Vay, I see you in here, Vay. Appreciate you, Vay. Make sure y'all follow Vacay Bay too. Beautiful lady, always doing great work. Juan, which fight this weekend is the biggest? Which fight out of all the fights? You know, we got the Ryan card. We can focus on the Ryan card if you want. We got Clarissa card. I'm gonna look at the Clarissa card to kind of confirm everybody that's finalized on that card. And then we also have the Lee Wood, Josh Warrington card in the UK. If I'm missing somebody, I apologize. I'm not 100% sure. I may miss a card. Which fight has the most upset potential in your opinion? I can't hear you, Juan.
Hear me
It
now?
sound Yeah, you good now. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, nah. So I think it's gotta have to be the Ryan card. I think the significance of what this means after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like where could
Mhm.
he go? Or where Mario Barrios can go. So it definitely the significance of it for the Ryan fight. I think that's, something that people gotta kind of like realize. But then also, the other fights is good. I mean, like the Clarissa Shields fight, I don't expect it to be kind of, any type of turmoil. I think obviously either she 12 over her or she stops her, one of the two. And then I think the other fights on the Ryan Garcia card are kind of like, kind of written in stone for me. I think, Richardson it just kind of sweeps Oscar Duarte, and I think, obviously
Mhm.
Gary stops Andy. But the Lee Wood and Josh Warrington fight, this is an interesting fight because when they got together the first time, I think it was they threw some hands with each other. So, I think this is definitely an exciting card. I'll look out for that one. But overall, I think it's a very good weekend of fights. So, this is a very good thing for boxing.
I'm with you. I'm in full agreement. Yeah, that's Now you do have Ryan stopping Barrios, right?
Yeah, I got Ryan stop.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't really see it. I mean, Barrios, he's a good, strong, hungry guy. We all know this, but I think Ryan gonna hit him something he ain't really ready for. And we gotta remember, like, yes, Barrios is durable. He's shown a lot of durability in the sport, but man, like, come on, man, there's punch resistance. Like, yeah, he fought Pacquiao and Ugas and Abel Ramos. What's gonna happen when he get in there with this young, hungry fighter in Ryan, who obviously we kind of know what he's been doing and how he's been kind of handling the last few months, which he's only been in the testing protocol for 2 months. So we gotta watch these promoters and a lot of these teams. Even with I'm definitely casting aspersions by saying this, but even with the David Morrell Callum Smith fight, right? Now, originally that was supposed to be in January. Why did they push it all the way out? It's going to be in April, exactly 2 months out. So it's going to be 2 months of testing or whatever. Same thing with Ryan fight with Barrios. They pushed it all the way out. And then when they announced it and everything, it was like less than 2 months of testing or whatever. So we got to read between the lines. I'm going to tell y'all this. Don't lose your money if you don't have to. CJ Davis, how you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate you coming and showing some love. Yeah, don't lose your money if you don't have to. Now, what side are you leaning on as far as Frank Martin and Nair Albright one? Yeah, my brother Juan, he working right now. Curtis Robinson in the building, prize fighter. Let's go. Teamwork made the dream work. The link is in the chat. Anybody want to pull up on us? I'm about to pull up the other fight cards. Juan had to fall off. He be back. I'm gonna pull up the fight cards real quick and give us a rundown on the fights we need to expect for this upcoming week. And I'm thankful. Hold on, let me send this text real quick. I'm thankful that we have a beautiful kind of layout. In boxing, we need this, y'all. In boxing, we need good full fight weekends that kind of keep people's interest, and hopefully they'll be engaged. Juan, let me get an audio check from you. I can't hear Juan. Hopefully he can hear me. Let me pull up these cards real quick, y'all. All right, Juan dropped out. He gonna come back. All right, so just to kick us off, let me pull up the Josh Warrington and Lee Wood card. I just kind of want to see some of the names I'm going to expect on that card. So we'll have it. Now that's card, of course, that's a UK card. This is a rematch. Two former champions out of the UK. They'll be lining back up this week.
Yeah, we
Okay,
better
Curtis
now.
Robinson said we coming through clear. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
All
this
right,
is
but
StreamYard. It's probably not Juan. It's,
nah,
it's probably just StreamYard.
nah, it's my fucking headphones right there. I think it's
Yeah,
really my
StreamYard is
headphones.
doing some nasty business. But let me refresh too, just to be on the safe side. Pride said Juan got an iPhone 6. T Mac, what's happening? Yeah, everybody up in here early today. You know why? It's a big fight week. We had Hot Rod hit the link yesterday. We had Cloudboy. We had AB in here. Um, Anytime it's a big fight week now, as y'all can see, the younger guys they pulling up. Ryan um, has pretty much galvanized the younger generation, people that's probably a few years younger than me, right in that. I don't know, Ryan is like what 27, 28, so right around his age and younger, with all the TikTok and social media stuff. So they're not nobody's really going to back Ryan because he's a malcontent and he kind of pulls his pants down respectfully and likes to show his ass to the public a lot. So when you do those type of things, real people are not going to be outwardly supporting you, right? Real genuine people. But what I do know about these young guys is they like Ryan. He brought a lot of them into the sport with his speed bag and all his training and drill, showing his fast hands off. So this is a big fight week. Anytime Ryan fights is going to be a big deal because of those things, because he kind of has galvanized the younger people to support boxing and really support him. So they want to see him become champion. I want to see him become champion, really for the story of the sport. And when you don't know somebody personally, like Ryan, see T.O., Ryan, these type of guys, they come off as extremely likable when their back is not against the wall. Now, when they're back against the wall, like Teal got to fight a Devin Haney or whatever the case may be, then people get racist. When they know they about to get their ass kicked or they being pitted against somebody that they can't beat, they get racial and they get all emotional and start acting crazy. But a lot of these young guys and they're actually nice young guys. It's just that they when you put their back against the wall, they act their ass. T Mac said Barrios should beat Ryan. Problem is Barrios um is prone to letting fights he should win become more difficult than they need to be. I'm with you on that 1,000%. I'm with you on that 1,000%, T Mac. And then Prize Fighter said I don't trust Barrios. I'm with you on that as well. I was watching some film. Ryan, like everybody's saying, Ryan is not the best technically, but he is good at kind of staying out of range from big shots, which is good. And when he did stay out of range of big shots, y'all see what happened. He got clipped by Luke Campbell, which is some years back. He was rushing Tank and he ended up getting dropped. But with Mario Barrios, he's there for a fight. He's not an outboxer. I think he will end up walking onto a shot. That's just me. I believe he's gonna walk onto a shot, and I believe Ryan is in tip top shape right now. I don't know if y'all seen Ryan in his interviews, but Ryan is looking very cut up. Um, he's already made 145, 149. The brother Brian was 149 a couple days ago. So the weight is not gonna be an issue for Ryan. Um, as we know, they did 2 months of testing. So I'm definitely going with Ryan for this fight. And we'll let the chips fall where they fall. I mean, I think it's pretty safe, a safe play. Being that they on Golden Boy, uh, everything is kind of leaning in his favor. The only thing that's not in his favor is the fact that Barrios is a bigger fighter than Ryan. He's very durable, and he has a lot of championship level experience. He's been in with a lot of good fighters. Yeah, he's been in with a lot of top tier talent. I just don't understand how anyone lets Rolly outbox them. Even that old man was outboxing Rolly. Yeah. Now, and that's the thing with these fights, T Mac. It's really about how these fighters show up on the night of the fight. Now, and so we know that Ryan that showed up against Rolly wasn't the same one that showed up against Devin. Now, me personally, I'm expecting someone similar to what we saw in the Devin fight, just with the hand speed. And probably and he should be more conditioned. He should be taking this fight seriously. He should be more conditioned in the Devin fight. So if he's more conditioned than he was in the Devin fight, I do believe he should be able to beat Barrios and possibly by stoppage. But it's not just off of his Devin performance. It's really just off his body of work. We seen the Duarte fight. We seen Ryan come off the canvas and win fights. So he's shown the hunger and of a fighter. He's shown a fighter's mentality at times, and he's not shown a fighter mentality at times. So it's definitely this is the reason why this fight is intriguing and the line is close. I think Ryan is like a minus 260 and Barrios is like a plus 198, something of that nature. Is because there's a lot of uncertainty which Ryan is going to show up, and him fighting a full-fledged 147 in Barrios, is his power going to be able to overcome or take Barrios out? So listen, this is a lit situation. It don't really get too much better than this. Yeah, it definitely don't get too much better than this. Because when you got a main event that's fire or that's intriguing, let's not say it's fire. Let's say it's an intriguing main event. The undercard is really what sets this off. So we getting Nahir Albright versus Frank Martin, Richardson Hitchens versus Duarte. We getting Beck the Bully versus Senna Akbeko, and we also are getting Gary Antoine Russell versus Andy Hidioka. Plus, I heard Amari Jones is on the prelim, so we have a lot to look forward to. T Max said, although it could have been the power Rolly had that made Ryan think twice, with Devin at 140, there's not that level of respect power wise. Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely different. That's a fact. We could be real about that. It's irregardless of how sharp somebody is, that heavy handedness, Rolly is really punching. Yeah, Rolly is a real puncher. So it's definitely a lot to look forward to. The Gary versus Hirioka is a good one. I need to see exactly how good Hirioka is for real. We gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out. Now, hold on, let me redrop the link just in case. And we gonna talk about that. I watched some Hanny Hidioka and I watched some Gary Antoine Russell. Rolly almost unalive Ryan in that sparring session. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Now let me say this to y'all, right? And hold on. All right, y'all. The lighter that I choose to use is not working. So we got to adjust. I'm moving around. But the Gary versus Andy Hidioka fight. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Andy Hidioka is smart, he gonna beat Gary. And I'm picking Gary. I've been picking Gary. I know. This kid can box. He has a very nice in and out style. Now we still got to see how the fight is gonna play out, right? The fight still has to play out for us, but this is not a walk in the park. This is not gonna be an easy fight, and this may be one you want to live bet if anybody's gonna bet on this fight. If you're gonna bet on this fight, this is a fight you want to live bet and watch it. Watch to see how it's kind of playing out. Because yes, you can't when you picking these fights, you really don't want to do it off of pedigree and all that other stuff. You got to do it off of skills. And Andy Hidioka is skilled. He's got more reach, more height, more length than Antoine. And he's punching. So yeah, so this is going to be a hell of a fight. I think I heard somebody say a majority decision for Antoine. So that shows you that one judge will call it a draw. So people are really expecting this to be a tough fight for Antoine. I'm expecting this to be a tough fight. Extremely tough fight. Yeah, and he's a massive 140 pounder. He's bigger than Tiger was. Yeah, he is. We gonna see when they face off. And Gary Antoine is looking up at Andy like, okay, let's see. So Andy Hidioka Yeah, he was. He was a massive 140 pounder. He is. Yeah, if he's bigger than Tiger, then he looked like he's making away pretty well. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how he performs. It's no telling if that weight cut is not hurting Andy Hidioka, because that's a big kid. But this being his first title fight, this fight got pushed out too, y'all. Oh, yeah, Andy Hidioka, he's been out of the ring for almost 2 years, or maybe over 18 months. I'm gonna check the exacts. So that's something we got to look out for. I'm gonna look out for that, so we can use that in our evaluation, because somebody that's inactive, it's gonna be hard to beat Gary Antoine. Now, Gary Antoine has been out for a little while as well. So we're gonna look at all that. Yeah, we're gonna look at all of that good stuff. Okay. Now my furniture outside is still wet, so I can't have a seat out here. My bad, y'all. Antoine going to really wash Andy. You believe so? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, it's been a long time, because they pushed this fight out. Pretty much since Gary won the title, Andy was his mandatory. So unfortunately, because the Tank fight kept falling out, PBC couldn't land a secure date. They couldn't secure a date for this matchup. So until now. Now, Andy Hidioka, 24-0, 19 KOs. 5'11", 74-inch reach right now. His last fight, September 3rd, 2024, he stopped Ismael Barroso. We know old man Barroso in 9 rounds, TKO stoppage. TKO stoppage. So, good win for Andy. His other best win is Jen Sasaki. He stopped him in 11 rounds. That was in 2021. So outside of that, we don't know anybody on his resume. So he fought September. Definitely rooting for Gary. This will be a tough fight though. Gary Russell, 18-1, 17 KOs, right? 29. Now he's listed as 5'10" with a 69 inch reach. Now I don't believe Gary is 5'10", respectfully, but 69-inch reach. So he's giving up 5 inches on the reach. Yeah, he giving up 5 inches on the reach, and probably a couple inches in height too. Well, we know height don't fight, but this brother can box. Andy Hidioka can box. Now he got the UD over Jose Valenzuela. He lost a split decision to Puello. Got stoppages over Postal, Bartholomew, and Ken Cruz. Those are his last five fights, right? Gary's last fight was March of 2025. So that's 6 months. So Andy Hidioka has been 6 months out of the ring 6 months longer than Gary. Yeah, so this is ProBox got a card this weekend. I'm gonna check. I think they do. They may have a Friday card, but BoxRec would have showed me that. I feel like. Let me pull it up. I did see they are bringing back Torres and Renee Garon. I think that's the next card. Let me see when that is. I was just looking it up. I don't think it's this weekend. It may be next. Let me finalize that. Okay, February 27th. So ProBox next card is February 27th. It's going to the main event is Renee Tellez Garon that fought Floyd Schofield, dropped Floyd Schofield. He beat up and almost stopped Jordan Short Dog White. So this is the next ProBox card is going to be on the 27th of February. That's going to be the headliner. I like that matchup. And they got Alex Holly on the card. This is going to be in Texas, y'all. This is going to be in Texas. So they got Alex Holly back. He's on the card. That's good. Y'all know Alex Holly is out of that. Floyd Mayweather. Well, I say Floyd. Errol Spence Jr. team. So that should be a good situation. And Edward Vasquez is back. Shout out to Eddie Vasquez. That's our brother Ann McQueen's favorite fighter. So Eddie Vasquez is back next week as well. Yeah, so that falls on the 27th, which is next Friday. And then we have Navarrete versus Nunez, a unification at 1:30 on Saturday of next week, the 28th. So next week we'll get Emiliano Vargas. He's on the undercard. And we also get the Philadelphia welterweight prospect Tamir Smalls on the card. He's going to be fighting Abel Ramos. Yeah. So this next 2 weeks we got it. It's lit. So make sure y'all tapped in. Having the zone already locked in. I haven't named a fight yet that's not on this outside of Pro Box. But everything is running through the zone right now. Outside of what they're doing with Tim Zoo, Errol, Sebastian and Keith. There's some 154 work for Prime Video with PBC. But outside of that, the zone is running everything. So I ain't mad. I definitely ain't mad. Now, okay, Price said Lester, Martinez, and Aleem. Okay, they have a Pro Box main event on March 21st. Nice. I like that. Shout out to Lester getting back in the ring. Yeah, I like that for Lester. I don't think he's fought since the Billy fight when they had a draw on the Canelo Bud undercard. So it's good to see that Lester be back. That's a hell of a fight. Yeah, that's a good fight for Lester. Good tough fight. Keep him active. You can't really take step backs after you fight. I mean, of course, if you with the right promoter, they'll find you easy touches. But most of the time, once you get to that championship level, you really don't. There's really no step backs for you. You either fight that top tier talent, or the promoter's gonna move on from you, unless you're a ticket seller. So I'm also hearing that Floyd Schofield is going to be going up against Coach Eddie in the building. Floyd Schofield and Lucas Body are going to be lining up later this year, so we got to watch out for that. Coach Eddie, talk to me. How you feeling today, good sir?
Man, I'm good, brother. I'm looking forward to this weekend, man. Good fights this weekend. Give me something to look forward to.
1000%. I'm in agreement with you. Which fight? Who are you looking at as the biggest potential upset this weekend? Out of all the fights,
I think Gary Antoine Russell, he may have a tough fight.
You able to put eyes on him on Hidioka?
Yeah, I was checking it. I was checking him out, man. That dude got some skills, man. Yeah, he's not a pushover. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has the height and reach advantage.
Yeah, he's not a slouch. And even Gary Russell, they understood. They say, look, man, this man's not a slouch. So, I think Gary always been kind of like a guy who taken on guys who maybe didn't have a big name, but they were good fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like Puelo, he doesn't have a big popular name, but the guy can fight, man. Yeah, as we seen, Puelo got skills, man. So this is a good fight, man. Of course, I do favor Gary to win the fight, but I don't think it's gonna be no walk in the park. And of course, like I say, the main event, it's a lot of good fights this weekend, man. You got Richardson fighting Duarte. That has the potential to be a good fight because Duarte, he showed me something when he beat Kenny Sims in his hometown.
Yeah.
And Kenny Sims, is a good boxer, man. He's not a slouch. He's a good boxer.
Real good. Yep.
Yeah. And he was able to take it to him, man, and beat him, man. So Richardson, he better be on the lookout too, man. It's a couple guys should be on the upset alert right now. Don't go in taking these guys lightly. Now, of course, the main event, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody looking forward to. Everybody got all eyes going to be on Barrios and Garcia, man. Like I said, I just don't trust. I don't trust Ryan Garcia, man. I think he's going to lose, man. Yeah, I do. I think Barrio's gonna beat this guy, man.
What I mean, what are you seeing in Ryan that believe he's gonna lose? Break that down, coach.
Well, I seen Ryan. Ryan is a highlight reel type of guy. You know, we seen with the lightning. Everybody know about the lightning left hook. He's kind of like a Mexican version of Deontay Wilder, man. You know, as long as you can avoid getting caught, you got your chances of a winning go up tremendously. If you can avoid that left hook, you're probably gonna win. You know what I'm saying? He's a highlight reel type of guy. Of course, you gotta look out for the left hook. He doesn't strike me as a guy. Ryan is like a talented type of guy. He kind of based on his ability, his speed, and his ability to generate power off that left hook. It's carried him a long way. Boxing wise, he's not a bad boxer, but he's not like like an elite boxer, in my opinion. But he does have power and does have speed. So Ryan's more like a dangerous type of guy. You got to watch out. But if you can, take that weapon away from him, we seen what Rolly was able to do. Rolly, they studied, they did their homework. They learned from what happened to Haney. They learned from not just Haney, but a lot of guys. I know that he cheated Haney, but at the end of the day, Ryan does throw a left hook. And Ryan, Devin got hit with that sucker in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
He came over top of the jab.
Yeah.
He timed him.
He timed it. You can't really say that had anything to do with drugs. That just Haney had bad habits of shooting that jab and bringing it back at a certain level. You got to remember, this dude know you.
But the speed. But hold on, coach. The speed and his reaction time. It's like somebody that has all the knowledge in the world. Yeah. You enhance this person to be at their tip top of the best form, or maybe even better than you thought they was. That's where you get what you got.
Yeah,
because Devin wasn't expecting that hook to come back that fast. He almost got knocked out in the first round.
I don't know why he wasn't. I don't know why he wasn't expecting
it. It's because of the speed on it. Listen, everybody gonna say whatever they want about it, coach.
Yeah. And I feel you, man. But
muscle equals speed. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm gonna say, we seen Ryan Garcia throw a left hook faster than that when he fought Fortuna. I didn't even see it. They had to slow it down in slow motion to even see it. So it's like the dude's fast anyway. That's why I wish the fight would have just played out. No drugs, so it wouldn't have been up in the air. And that way Devin Haney could have got his rematch, and we either possibly would have been on the third fight now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is what it. I ain't protecting the guy. I wasn't one of them guys that was like, oh yeah, great. Ryan Garcia cheated, so Devin gets his win back. That wasn't me, and that wasn't Devin Haney either. At the end of the fight, at the end of the fight, Devin Haney accepted his loss. He said, "Hey, I gave you an opportunity. Give me another opportunity. I think we should run it back." Devin didn't make any excuses. He thought he lost fair and square. He said he was the better man tonight. You know what I'm saying? I gave him an opportunity. Let me run it back. Yep. And I wish it would have stayed like that, because then like I said, we could have been on the third fight now. Devin could probably would have came back and beat him. Now they won it. Now they 1-1.
I will say they would have made Devin build his name back up like he already had to do, right? And Oscar was very reluctant to make the rematch. It took an offer that they couldn't refuse to get them to lock in with Ring and Turkey to do the rematch. Because yet last year, the rematch was considered the biggest fight in boxing. But then Ryan lost, and, Devin had the Jose Ramirez performance that people didn't enjoy. So the fight kind of lost luster. Now they're talking about Shakur based on how he dominated Tio. They're talking about Shakur. So we'll see. Let me ask you this, Coach, in your opinion, based on the boxing landscape, do you see the Devin Ryan rematch? If Ryan can beat Barrios convincingly, get a knockout, or just get a good win, a UD win, nothing a robbery, nothing like that, do you believe Devin Ryan rematch is the biggest fight, or is there a bigger fight in and around that weight class for those guys?
That's a very good question, man. Yeah, it is a big fight. No doubt. It's a big fight. Especially if Ryan goes out there and he dominates Mario Barrios. and just going to add more intrigue to it. And if Garcia is willing to get in the ring, because he's already kind of mentioned that he's looking to go in another direction already. He's basically saying, the Devin fight is always going to be there. So he's kind of looking in the direction of Shakur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Ryan Garcia just goes straight into that rematch. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's going to explore his options.
He was never trying to go into that rematch. I was always under the assumption that Conor Ben was going to jump the line and get the winner of Barrios Ryan.
Yeah, well, I think that Garcia likes the Shakur fight better than the Devin fight. I think in his mind, whatever, regardless of what we think as fighting public or experts or panelists, I think in Garcia's mind, I think he believes the Shakur fight is a much easier fight than the Devin Haney fight, because he doesn't really have anything to worry about as far as getting punched. Devin Haney's punching now. People like to call him pillow fists and all this stuff. Nah, he's punching. And Shakur hadn't really showed that. So I think Ryan Garcia like, man, I'm just going to go in there and steamroll Shakur. But that's one thing I will say about Ryan. If you don't offer any resistance, he's going to beat the crap out of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to have resistance against that guy. You got to give him something to worry about. If he don't have nothing to worry about, he's going to pummel you. And I think that's why he liked that Shakur fight a little bit better than the Devin fight, because he has more to worry about with Devin than Shakur. I feel like he's going to steamroll Shakur. I think that's the approach that he will take with Shakur. He's not going to sit back there on the pocket with him. He's going to kind of explode, and use guerrilla type warfare against a guy like Shakur. Just throw hard punches and throw flurry and throw combinations and let his hands go. Like, he was reluctant against Rolly because Rolly had cracked him already. So that's why you seen the reluctant Ryan Garcia.
What's going on, Bella? Good to see you. I think Coach is just saying he think Devin has a little more pop and just a little more offensively to kind of give Ryan trouble. Like, in Ryan's mind, he believes Shakur probably is an easier fight.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think his thinking is Shakur is probably an easier fight. Yeah, that's why that's what he said. Now, I always take whatever Ryan Garcia said with a grain of salt.
Yeah, because we got to look at it though. Devin at 147, he moved up and literally fought somebody. He moved up and was an underdog, and people was picking him to lose. He fought a punching Brian Norman Jr. and he walked out of the fight like he didn't fight. You know what I'm saying? He walked out of the fight like it was a training session. No cuss on his face, no brute. You know what I'm saying? It was just another night in the office. Now, and that's it. And that was at 147 with somebody that we all know is a legitimate fighter in the sport. He didn't have the experience. Now, Brian wanting to fight somebody at Devin at 147. What did Shakur say about Devin at 147? We're gonna need a hydration clause or something like that, right? Didn't he want a rehydration clause? So these guys, as we can see, these guys is looking for little edges, because when you fighting that top guy, man, you better be ready to fight. Like, all that Ryan didn't cheat, or, man, y'all see what happened to Norman Jr. Norman Jr. He was just shocked. It was almost like he got beat up and it didn't even happen. He was walking around the award ceremony, and it was just like it looked like he was still in Saudi. And that's my guy. Don't, like, and everybody says it, do not let Devin Haney get you in a situation are you behind on the scorecards and you need a knockout to come back. Now, Devin, in his pursuit, I think Devin was possibly concussed in the Ryan fight, but he kept attempting to go for a knockout. He was trying to hurt Ryan. So when he got dropped, I believe he got dropped in the 7th round. he had banked like 4 or 5 straight rounds. So he didn't even need to look for a knockout versus Ryan, but I believe he was concussed, and that's why, he kept that pursuit. So that's what I'm saying. We dealing with somebody that these dudes know who he is. He's not gonna quit. And that's why Keyshawn Davis, they trying to find anybody that's dangerous to fight Devin. You're gonna have to be extreme, or nobody's gonna believe in the fight. It's gonna have to be some form of danger. So who has the danger? Ryan, a high knockout percentage. He probably got like an 80+% knockout ratio. He stopped Duarte, who's on this card. Keyshawn just stopped Jermaine Ortiz, somebody that's never been stopped. And Xander Zayas, the 154 division in and of itself is Xander and Boots. Those are the only names that's really being mentioned right now. Outside of that, it's hard to find a fight for Devin that the people gonna believe in. Now, of course, we want to see Devin versus Tiger Johnson. I think that's a competitive fight, but Tiger may be a fight or two away from that matchup. Let me get into the comments real quick. What's going on, Mike Rim? Good to see you. Appreciate all the love, everybody, man. Make sure y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. All these dudes got excuses for not wanting to fight Haney. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's getting nasty out here. It's, especially after the Conor Ben, when the Conor Ben and Eddie after the Devin versus B Norman fight. Norman the realest for getting in the ring with him. Yeah. Brian Norman will be at least a 2-time champion in the sport of boxing. At least 2 times. So yeah, these guys, just because they go up against Devin and Devin do something that people believe that somebody else can do, they just, it's an assumption. That's not true fact. Just because Devin did it, do not believe everybody else can do it. They got to show us. Shout out to my brother Toledo Trees pulling up. I'm about to bring in Micah. What's going
What's
on,
up,
Tree?
man?
Yeah, we definitely. Oh, that Tiger versus Keyshawn. Tiger versus Keyshawn is good. Tio versus Brian Norman. I like that too. B Norman will probably stop Tio.
Hey, I like Keyshawn, but he need to quit pump faking. For real.
You say he pump fake and talk to us. What
He
you
been
mean
pump
about the Devin
faking.
fight?
He called out Devin like 3 times and then go on well, the first couple of times he called him out, he went on a podcast and said he was just playing. He was just talking stuff. He know he not ready for him. Now he doing it again, and watch, he gonna go a different route and fight somebody else. He don't want to fight Devin. And Shakur don't want to fight Devin either. He trying to throw Keyshawn in front of him. I don't believe none of this no more. I don't believe none of them no more.
So when you say that you don't believe in the sense that they can really beat Devin, they just like, because the
Oh yeah.
story is what people believe would want you to believe is that Devin, Tank, and Shakur, they just pretty much gonna beat Devin. Devin is like the weakest link. That's always been the story. Like Devin, it was like Ryan, of course, Tank a little older. You got Ryan, you got Shakur, and then Devin. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
no.
that's what people will want you to believe. Break it down, Micah, and I'm gonna bring Free in.
Honestly, I think Shakur might be the best outing against Devin. I don't know where all this newfound confidence in Keyshawn Davis came from, because he ain't did nothing yet. Because he beat up Jermaine Ortiz. Like, come on now. And then, I mean, I'm not saying Jermaine Ortiz is a horrible fighter, but he's not up there with the other guys. He already lost to Loma and Tio, even though I do think he won that Tio fight. I'm not gonna lie. I think he won that Tio fight, but whatever. I'm just trying to figure out where this newfound confidence in Keyshawn came from. Like that.
It is the way he did it, though, Micah. He stepped on Jermaine. Like nobody. Nobody was able to beat Jermaine like that. I mean, Jermaine literally had some pity pat success. That's it. I don't even remember what round it was in. He had a little show
Three to
of
four.
like,
3 to 4.
yeah, he had a little show of courage. That was pretty much it. And then Keyshawn just beat him down.
That's
So that's the type of performance where we do want to see you against a boxer, because in the public's mind, we have a lot of people that don't know boxing or whatever. They're just learning boxing. Jermaine Ortiz is considered just a step below a Devin Haney. So in the people's minds, in the public's eye. So they're like, okay, well, you can do that to Jermaine. All right, your next step is a Devin Haney. What's the next step in your opinion? I mean, of course, you could say a Tiger Johnson or, fight somebody at 147, whoop Karen or whoever.
I thought Richardson Hitches would be a good fight for him. I mean,
Yeah.
I know he don't want to fight Shakur, so he gonna go ahead and move up so Shakur don't gotta so they could. I don't know what that's all about. Talk about brothers and stuff, but I don't like how he let Shakur son him like that. They a year apart. Talking about little bro, like nah.
Maybe they Eskimo brothers. How they get down like that?
Man, nah. They met each other when they was already
There we
grown.
go with this, Mark.
But
I'm just saying.
shoot, if the bread right, I'm fighting my brother. I don't care. Even the Charlo said they'll fight if the bread right.
And
But
you
Yeah.
see Jamel, now that Jamel and EJ fight is an option. When you don't have, like what EJ said, when you don't have any big money opponents available, you gonna fight your brother. I don't care what you talk about. Listen, because at
Let
the
me
end of
let
the
me
day, your brother live at a different house and you got bills in your house.
man, I'm
So
sure that
yeah.
so we gonna have to get this money. Let me bring in Mark. Let me bring in Free. Smoke pulling up. What you gotta say, Mark? Cook on it, Mark. And I'm gonna
unless
get it
it's a
back into the
situ
topic.
unless it's a situation where it was like with Klitschko's with the Klitschko brothers or with Marvin Hagler's half brother. I can't think of his name right now, but he was a cold fighter too. Put Iran Barkley to bed. Those guys, their mothers actually sat them down and said, "You have to promise me you will never fight your brother." Unless it's a situation like that, I'm not sure. I mean, y'all are not even like blood related. Y'all are just really good friends. So it's like, what are we talking about? Y'all can't put business to the side. And then it's like, bro, Shakur is not that violent of a fighter. He's not gonna go in there and hurt Keyshawn Davis.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think
they
he's
not.
gonna really bust a grape like that. To be
I thought
very
they wasn't
honest,
even going to fight each other, man.
Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn would fight Shakur. Honestly, if Shakur was with it, Keyshawn would definitely be
I
with it.
you know what I thought would happen. I thought it would happen sooner rather than later. But I thought that Keyshawn with the media, with all the hype he was having, if he had done what he was supposed to do with that De Los Santos fight, beat Shakur's old opponent, and then he was calling out Abdullah, and he really like for about 24 hours, Keyshawn really had the boxing world on fire with the type of big stuff he was talking to Abdullah on that stage. If Keyshawn would have been successful in that event, I really think that Shakur would have started some type of online beef with him. And I think that's how the fight could have came into existence. Now that ain't happened
You
yet.
can
I'm not saying it can't happen, but
I don't have the wishing on the star drop for you, Mark. I just play this one.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
that's insane.
Now
That is insane.
now you
That's insane. You acting like
no no
Shakur don't
no.
got a history like Richard Hitchens. That used to be his good boy. That used to be his friend, right? And then what
Yeah, but
happened?
Hitchens
Internet
chose
beef.
Tank. Hold on. You gotta watch it. Hitchens chose to side with Tank in certain situations. Keyshawn is really only behind Shakur in Shakur's corner.
I
So
think
it's
Keyshawn gonna
almost
choose
like
himself three.
no. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't get it. See, the association
I
or
really don't.
even the conversation is going to be, it's all business, right? It's not personal. See, it's personal for people saying, oh, well, Mike Tyson said this, that, and the third. Shut up. These dudes are building up their own individual brands as a business. Now, what's going to happen is either they're going to both be undefeated, make it to the top, and the money be so good, they say, okay, we're gonna do it or we're gonna retire. We're gonna retire. Cool. Or one of them get beat and it's not a fight and nobody cares about it, right? It'll just die off. The situation is this, man. At the end of the day, there is so many other opponents. Now, if you don't believe in these guys,
Jesus Christ.
that's your opinion.
That's
I didn't say I don't
the
believe
But it's
in them,
opponents.
but
Now,
that's the biggest bunch of weak
thank
baby.
you. I was about to
Baby.
say that's some Rainbow Rider stuff, Pop.
Come on, man. This ain't basketball.
Bunch of
foot- this
Rainbow
ain't
Rider
tennis.
stuff.
This
hey,
ain't a
hey,
debate.
Marky, hey,
This
Marky.
is
Hey
boxing.
Marky, I know y'all guys. I mean, maybe you don't have a brother. I know you got, you live on the Virgin Islands. Maybe you don't have real
I
camaraderie
got
and
3
friendships.
sisters. That's all
Yeah,
I
you
got.
got 3
Hey,
sisters. Good,
what you're
good.
saying
So
is
you don't. So
hold
what
on.
I'm saying is this. If I don't have to step on my brother's toes to get money, I'm not going to do it.
What if
That's
the
what I'm
biggest
saying.
money? What if the biggest money
That's what I'm
me and
saying.
my brother?
He already did it. He already did it.
Man, stop
Nigga,
it.
Hey, yo,
Jerry,
but
brother.
him and
Stop it.
Go ahead,
Floyd,
bro.
Floyd and Zab Judah, bro. Floyd and
He
Zab Judah, they were brothers. They got to the bread together, man.
Wow.
Man, no, these dudes was kids.
Roger had some animals for
Hold on,
Yoel
Marky.
and Zab.
Hold on, Marky. This man said, if you don't have to step on your brother's toes, you won't do it. He already did it. Keyshawn Davis was the one that was calling out Tio.
There
Keyshawn
you
wanted
go.
that Tio fight.
There you
Shakur
go.
never called out Tio. Tio never said he wanted to fight Shakur. We was all
Yeah.
talking about Keyshawn and Tio fighting each other. Shakur went and took that fight over Keyshawn. So he already stepped on his brother's toes. He
There
already
you
did it.
go.
Yeah, but no, that's not true. The market dictates
Oh
that.
shit, man.
Hold on, smoke. If there was 9 million or whatever amount of money on the table for Keyshawn and Shakur, I'm sure Shakur would have let him have that. But who the money was on the table for is Shakur. So whether y'all, whatever the fans, whatever the people want to believe somebody stepped on, whatever, in reality, the money was on the fight, or the money was on the table for two multiple division champions, and not a guy coming off of a layoff because he missed weight and was moving up.
Did you hear the interview that Shakur had, or I believe it was the Breakfast Club, or it might have been Cigar Talk? He said the higher ups didn't want him to have that fight. They wanted
Yeah.
that fight. They wanted that fight for somebody else. He forced them to make that fight. They wasn't looking to make Shakur and Tio. He went against them to make that fight. That was the fight that he wanted. It wasn't the higher ups that wanted that. That's what came out of his mouth. He said they didn't want that fight for him. He wanted that fight.
I want to say this because B3
He
just
wanted
tried to
the
lose.
higher ups offered Tio 12 million and he ducked Devin Haney. Tio didn't want to
Speak
fight
the
Devin.
facts, Pop.
So
Speak the
Shakur
facts.
came in and he had to be the one to put hands on Tio. Tio was going,
Okay, yeah,
he's
that's
gonna get
all.
beat up by somebody.
So what I'm saying is that when you was trying to be like, maybe people don't have brothers. I got a guy that known since I was 8 years old, and I'd asked him this 5 times. He said, "Why you keep asking me this? If there's money on the table for us to fight, and you turn it down, I'm coming to your house personally, and I'm gonna kick your ass for free. So we might as well get this money."
Man, listen, I'm fighting.
If it's money on the table,
You're number one. I'm the champ. What are you talking about?
People
Keyshawn's
will-
number one, and Shakur's the champ.
People gonna pay to see that fight.
I mean, Terrence
Say that
Crawford
again?
fought Sean Porter, man. They said they wasn't never gonna fight. Remember?
yeah, until Sean Porter took a retirement fight, which that was his bid, what, $6 million.
His
Yeah.
biggest payday.
So it
came
just gotta
with his
make
brother.
sense.
His biggest payday came with his brother.
Now, if I tell you I'm gonna fight my brother,
You just gonna offer me the fight. I already told you I'm gonna fight him. So now what I gotta do, renege? If I tell you I'm not gonna fight him, when it makes sense, you gonna offer me what I want for the fight, and we'll see. We jumping the gun.
2 prize fighters in a sport in a solo sport. We just seen Buzz
with so many other. Hold on. So for years, was you pushing EJ to fight Jamel?
Yes.
Cap. So when they had the same, when they was the same trainer. So when they had the same trainer, they was in the same stable. You was asking them to fight.
Yes, I'm a big bull.
And they was at different weight classes. That's what I'm saying. People come up and say anything. That means you just gonna, as a fan, you just gonna talk and say anything.
No.
So they don't need, hold on. So they ain't gonna be, they don't have to be at the same weight class. They can have the same trainer and you still asking for them to fight.
If the fight makes sense.
I mean, none of that makes sense. None of that makes sense.
This is friendship that you're talking.
It wasn't us that was asking for the fight. EJ asked for the fight. So we pushed it. EJ said he wanted that fight. He said, Jamila, if you my brother like you say you are, you my friend like you say you are, you'll break bread with me. EJ wanted that fight. That wasn't us. That was just all of a sudden we just said, oh, we want to see EJ and Jamil. EJ said, I will fight Jamil. I will fight him. And
that's what I said before. That's what I say before. People just say anything. You just say anything, just talking. So when was you gonna fight? Hold on. How was you gonna fight Jamel when your ass was locked in on 3 belts and you guaranteed the fans Terrence Crawford? When was you moving to 54? So that's what I'm saying. He just talking the talk.
You saying he was locked in on all that? You said, was we pushing the fight if with EJ and Jamel? Yes, we were, because EJ said he wanted to fight.
B3, you're a cancer to the big fights, B3. You're a detriment to the big fights.
Man, we gotta be realistic, man.
No, we are being realistic.
It don't even certain. So now who gonna train? So who gonna get a new trainer and who gonna get a new trainer?
Jamel was gonna get another trainer because Dirk James already said I will be in EJ's corner. That's my fighter since day one. Dirk James already said that I will be with EJ. They had already talked about this. This is not something that we are making up. This has been put out there. Dirk James.
You talking about way back then? You talking about before they fell out?
When they were standing next to each other, and Jamel was like,
already talked about.
Yeah, when Jamel, there's a video.
And all I'm gonna say is this: on the free app network, people they just say anything. These dudes, hey, Mr. Shelton, these dudes say be having the same trainer in the same stable. We gonna talk about fighting each other because guess what? It ain't too much else to talk about. And guess what? We gonna talk about it every day. We gonna talk about the same fighters in the same sport every day, and they just be making up random stuff.
What you're trying to do now, B3, is going against what's the question that you asked. You said, were we pushing it because they was in the same stable? And we say, yeah. Now you're making an excuse. That was never going to happen. Well, EJ wanted it to happen.
Yeah. Well, let me say something since I've been in the back. Let me say something right quick. Y'all got to also remember that it was never Spence that said they couldn't fight. It was always Jamel saying, that's my brother. Spence never said that.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Never said
the question was we pushing for EJ and Jamel? And I said, yeah. When EJ said he wanted that fight, yes, we was pushing for it because it was a good fight. We wanted to see who was the better guy out of the same stable. It's the same thing like with Shakur and Keyshawn. Both of them saying they're the best, but we want to see who is the best between us two.
Now let me ask you this, Mr. Moore. Let me ask you this.
I seen dudes from the same gym fight each other in competitions. Literally, like you go like to a ringside or USA Boxing or Golden Glove. It's dudes from the same gym that fight each other because both of y'all won. So y'all gonna turn the smoke down during the championship match?
Coach Eddie, wasn't it Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker who lived together?
Yeah,
forget that. Muhammad Ali, Jimmy Ellis, Shelton Moore.
Yeah, Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker shared an apartment. They lived in the same apartment. They shared an apartment. It was roommates, and they fought.
Shoot.
So
These the
Shakur
only
used to
two
sleep in Devin Couch.
that won't fight. These the only two
Huh?
friends who won't break bread with you.
Shakur used to sleep on Devin Couch.
what they? Okay, so
So,
but he ain't talking. He ain't talking about. He ain't talking about he wouldn't fight Devin. He said he wouldn't fight Keisha.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He'll
Now
still
these,
fight.
now,
That's right.
these is legitimately brothers in their mind, right?
And
And
remember,
But
their
when
life
I heard
experiences.
when I heard
Now,
that
In their
Shakur
mind.
Stevenson, when I heard that Shakur
business.
Stevenson was one of the guys who talked him out of killing himself, I knew that fight was never gonna happen.
Talk to him out of kill. Oh,
I
man.
got
but
a
listen,
question. If they're legitimately brothers, let's just say that Shakur hypothetically had a sister, and Keyshawn Davis married his sister. That'd be like marrying your own sister, then, right? They're not
Word.
brothers.
No,
They're
not he said in their
and
mind.
listen, hold on.
They want to
We
pick
all
and
knew
choose
what's
when that brother
inbounds and what's out of
stuff
bounds.
applies, coach.
Time out. All we all know what's inbounds and out of bounds. But everything has to be with respect. Like if you was my man's and you was trying to talk to my sister, if you fell in love with my sister, I mean, it just got to be respect there and communication. It can't be no you trying to slide in on my sister behind the back and do some weird stuff. And you, as long as you keeping it
I can't
100,
tell her not to fuck with you. She's a grown woman. I can't tell her what to do.
Exactly.
yeah.
If
But
I
let me
come
ask you this,
over and
Mr.
she want
Moore.
to come out the shower in that towel and
Hold
she
on,
keep showing me those signals, ain't nothing I can do about that, B3. Respectfully.
Mark, your ass is not funny, man. We got grown-ups and real people around.
I'm
Mr.
speaking
Moore,
facts.
let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Did Shakur step on Keyshawn toes fighting Tio?
No. How did he step on Keyshawn toes? Shakur Stevenson to Teofimo Lopez. You get more money fighting Shakur Stevenson than you do Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis does not have the accolades that Shakur Stevenson has.
No, that's for Tio. Hold on, that was for Tio. We talking
Right.
about Shakur. Keyshawn Davis was the one that wanted that fight with Tio.
Keyshawn Davis wasn't in the position to get that fight with Tio because Keyshawn Davis. Listen, no, he wasn't. I'm gonna tell you why he wasn't. I'm gonna tell you why he wasn't. Because he hasn't done enough in the sport to jump Shakur. He hasn't done enough in the sport to leapfrog Shakur.
And plus Teofimo Lopez knew he was gonna get knocked out messing around with Keyshawn Davis. He knew he was gonna get put to sleep messing with him.
Hey, salute, man.
Whether you believe he's done enough to fight more than Shakur, that's irrelevant. You said he wasn't in a position to get the fight with Tio. He was in a position because he was the WBO champion at 135. Tio was the WBO champion at 140.
Yeah, but from what I heard, listen, from what I read, you have to be the super champion. You have to be the WBO super champion to do that. The WBO champion can't do that. You have to be a super champion.
When you listen, the WBO champion can move up and petition to become the mandatory. The super can automatically become the mandatory. So that's the only difference. That's the only difference. So he was in position to fight Tio, and they were talking about making the fight.
Hold on, was this before or after he lost the belt?
The belt when he
hold on.
D3.
Let me
Hold on, let him go. Go ahead, B3. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, B3.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. There's been multiple run-ins between Tio and Keyshawn about them fighting. So Tio said, we can fight next. And Keyshawn said, well, let's make the fight. This was right before Keyshawn even fought for the WBO championship. This was before he fought for that. Keyshawn was
here's the problem.
At 135. But
here's the problem with your logic.
But listen,
the people that's in charge that made the fight.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. Y'all want to keep
go ahead. We're going all the way around the bush. Go ahead. Come on.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. You so quick to cut in. When Keyshawn was calling out Tio, he was on a live stream with Shakur and somebody else. I can't remember who else was on the live stream. He told Shakur, when I go after Tio, I need y'all to get behind me. Shakur already knew that Keyshawn wanted the Tio fight. He knew that. So yes, he did step on his toes because he knew that Keyshawn wanted that fight.
Well, here's the problem with your logic.
Facts.
The people,
Keyshawn
the
won every
people
damn
with the
fight.
money.
He ain't got.
Hold on, here's the
He
problem
just
with your
got
logic.
around. He just got here. Of course,
The
he want to
people
fight
with the
everybody.
money, the people with the money who make the fights thought that Shakur was a better option.
No,
That's the only problem with your logic.
They didn't want that fight for Shakur. Shakur came out and said it. They didn't want the fight for him. He forced them to make that fight. He begged them to make that fight. Shakur came out and said out of his own mouth, I went against them. They didn't want this fight for me. I wanted the fight. So you talking about the people with the money wanted Shakur? They didn't. They didn't want that fight for Shakur.
Shakur has done more in the sport than Keyshawn. Shakur deserved to fight more than Keyshawn did. Period. Point blank.
Whether he deserved it more or not, we asked
Keyshawn's stock was extremely low after that whole
After that Norfolk shit, yeah. After that Norfolk incident, his stock was low as fuck.
No,
and he got stripped of the belt, so he didn't have the belt when he moved up.
Step on his toes? Yes, he
No.
did.
No,
Yes, he
Shakur didn't step on his toes.
No,
If
okay,
anything,
okay.
Keyshawn fucked himself out of that fight. If anything, he fucked
There you go.
himself out of that fight.
Nah, T.O. wasn't gonna fight. He wasn't gonna fight Keyshawn. He knew
We don't know if
Exactly.
wasn't going to fight Keyshawn. He never got a chance to get an offer.
Just like Tank wasn't gonna fight Keyshawn.
We don't know.
Keyshawn was just jumping. Keyshawn promoted himself to fight everybody. Keyshawn is working. He's a
We
businessman.
don't know if T.O. wasn't going to fight Keyshawn. We don't know that. That's what you believe. But he never got an offer because Shakur stepped in front of him. So we don't know.
As he should. I'm the big dog. You a puppy right now.
That's whack,
You
bro.
gotta grow
That's whack.
Once again, you're proving my point. He stepped on his toes.
I'm trying to figure out.
That's just like Floyd Mayweather stepped on
Man,
Adrian
his
Ronda's
foot wasn't
toes.
even in the way. He was just yelling. He was just yelling from the balcony.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey,
It's
Coach,
like
check
he
this
thought
out.
he was on
Okay.
the beach free. He wasn't even on the beach. He was yelling from the
Let's give
balcony.
it to
His
Free.
foot wasn't even
Hold on,
nowhere
B3.
near us.
Let's give it to Free. He did step on his toes. Okay, he did step on his toes. So fucking what? So fucking what?
The question was, did Shakur step on Keyshawn's toes? Because B3 said Shakur and Keyshawn ain't going to fight because he don't want to step on his brother's toes. Well, and I said he already did that by fighting T.O. because Keyshawn wanted that fight.
Yeah. Well, you know what we say in the real world, Free. Get over it, nigga.
No.
Like I said, I don't care either way. I understand what it is. I don't care either way.
No, we talking about the point of that. And he said I'm gonna give the belt Keyshawn, then I'm gonna go back down to 35. I don't act like y'all remember he didn't say that shit too.
He said
Yeah, see, I don't like Shakur.
That's because he can make 35.
That cause Shakur keep trying to little boy Keyshawn. He trying to son him, man. That's what he's doing to him. He trying to little brother.
And he tried to do that same thing with Abdullah.
Hey, Smoke, that's not sunning him, Smoke. Tell him, Smoke, that's not sunning him. That's just like, Coach, you got the corner. You got the corner, Coach. You got the corner and it's rolling, right? Hold on. You got the coach. You got the corner, coach, and it's rolling. But you go to jail. I'm supposed to leave the corner empty because we friends?
That's a son move and not SUN. No, he ain't step on his toes. He stepped all over his damn white. It's white up times. He stepped all over.
So I'm supposed to say, nigga, you got the corner and it's rolling, and I'm supposed to leave the corner bare because you go to jail? I ain't supposed to serve on that corner?
Mr. Shelton, what we're saying is, did he do it? Yes. It's not what after that, but you want to keep going. It's did he do it? Yes, he did. It's not so fucking what? No, he fucking did it.
So fucking what if I did it? Nigga, hey, but here's the question. What the fuck you gonna do about it?
No, that ain't the question.
We all gotta talk at once.
That's the question. What you gonna do about it? If I did it, so what? What you gonna do about it?
You want to change the question. That ain't the question. You want to if you want to ask the other question, then we can get to that. But that ain't the question.
Okay, well, I'm asking another question. What the fuck you gonna do about it?
Apparently,
Nothing.
I feel like they already sparred
At all.
put pause on
You ain't
it.
gonna do
So,
shit.
I mean, Shakur put pause on Keyshawn in sparring, and Keyshawn don't even want that kind of smoke. So,
But they just
I
put
don't
out
think
video that
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn was had
I heard
success with
it
Shakur.
was the other
That's
way
what I'm saying,
around, brother.
man. These dudes,
Well,
Man, y'all act like Shakur is Bruce Leroy or something, like he
But y'all
catches
see, you know
bullets
what
with
I'm
his
saying?
teeth,
That I'm
man.
listening to y'all, and y'all seem to have more of a problem with it than Keyshawn do.
I feel like Keyshawn would do it. I don't think Shakur want to do it.
Oh, they're gonna have a falling out. Trust me, because
Yeah,
Floyd
that's what
Mayweather stepped on Adrian Broner's toes. He stepped on AB's toes when he took the Madonna fight from him, the rematch. He stepped on AB's toes.
You said Shakur is an asshole? Because Floyd is an asshole.
Yeah, Shakur, he does have tendencies. He does have butthole tendencies. Yes, he does.
Okay, well here, like I said earlier, hey, if nigga you got a problem with anything I did, what you gonna do about it?
that's why I'm so impressed with Abdullah.
and listen, hold on, y'all,
Abdullah.
hold on, and that's Shakur mentality. That's his mentality right there. What you gonna do about it?
That should be any nigga's mentality.
And
if you got a problem with
here's the
anything I
thing,
said,
listen, but it's
what are
business.
you
I
gonna
told
do
everybody
about
before, Mr. Moore, it's business. It ain't personal.
Yeah.
These dudes come. How you gonna come in the game? You a one-time champion and you in the driver's seat. Where they do that at?
Yeah, where they do that shit at? I don't understand that.
So
they did it with Canelo Alvarez. They pushed him to the top. That dude got a huge push.
Well, here's the problem.
Here's the B-side. Didn't he take B-side to Floyd and have to do a catch weight?
That's Floyd Mayweather, brother.
It's
Come on, that's like
here's the problem with your
come
logic,
on,
coach.
you know that now.
This dude we talking about, Keyshawn Davis, is not Canelo Alvarez. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He's not that.
He had a chance to be that. That man had Bruce
He's
Smith
not
200
that.
sacks. He
He
had
got a
Michael
chance
Vick.
to be.
Yeah,
That's
Allen
down the
Iverson.
line, brother. That's down the line, brother. He's not that now. We talking about now. We ain't talking about 27, 28, 29. We talking about now. He's not that.
I think if he had did what he was supposed to do, I think he would have been very close to that. I think
Knock it off. One defense.
If he would have fought Devin, at 35,
I'm just
he
talking
would've
about
been higher up.
that whole event and those names they had out there for him, the way how his town and his state was pushing him. I really
And he
think
fucked it up.
Frank and them.
And
Yeah,
he fucked it up.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, Mr. Moore. Hold on, Mr. Moore. I'm here. Trust me, I've been in Virginia the last 11 years. I live in Chesapeake, right next to Norfolk. And when I tell you that Keyshawn, he wasn't in no spot about to be on no Shakur level just yet. And to say he messed it up, you could say he messed up that event, but he gonna be able to come back to Norfolk. They don't. All he did was This is all he did was some nigga shit, respectfully, right? You know, I don't like to curse on B3 ESPN. That's what he did. And one thing we know about us, we're not gonna be overly pressed. We're gonna forget you. We're gonna be like, we ain't thinking about no past stuff. What are you doing for me right now?
I don't know.
We not thinking about hold on. That's what I'm saying. You got the hold on, let me just say this. Let me finish up with this. You got the wrong mentality if you worried about what people did years before. What are you doing right now?
That's the wrong.
But his brother Keon said that he had 2,000 people calling him for refunds. I think a lot of those folks got families. A lot of those folks probably mad.
But the 2,000 people did refund, but they still had 9,000 in the building.
Hey,
in Norfolk, in a place you never even heard of before.
Hey, but Abdullah Mason came out. He shined, brother. Abdullah Mason, he took the football and ran with it, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, Keon and Kelvin Davis, they have their own event going right now. And that's how much support and how much people we have in Hampton Roads. They have their own event off TV or whatever. I don't even know who's gonna show it.
I'm trying to say to you, B3 is this.
Come on, man.
Yes, he probably still has support in his hometown, Newport News, Virginia Beach, all that shit. That's cool. Norfolk, that's cool. But these big time venues and these big time promoters are going to be hesitant to make him a main event until he can prove to them that they can trust him again. Because they made him a main event and he fucked it up. People ain't trying to throw good money over behind bad money.
You're trying to gloss over it, just like this nigga shit. No.
Yeah, they gonna be a little hesitant. Like, we don't know if we can trust this nigga. Last time he had a headline the card, he fucked it up. How we know he won't do that to us?
Didn't Keon get beat?
He got to prove himself on these undercards.
Right.
Keon is the youngest brother. He got to prove himself on these undercards.
And Kelvin lost to Nahir Albright. We're gonna see if let's see what Frank can do with him. Nahir Albright is not playing around. And
we gotta see. He got to prove himself on these undercards.
Off of a loss, he's getting a main event.
Who?
At ODU, Kelvin Davis. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, when they say that's why Mark be trying to panhandle blacks. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's blacks with money.
Yeah, he getting a main event on the
take it from you niggas.
Yeah.
He getting a headline card at Old Dominion, but that's not a big venue. That's like 25,000 seats, 2,500 seats, maybe 2,000.
Stop it.
What? No,
stop it. ODU fit about ODU fit 8,000.
8,000?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you don't.
Man, listen, man. My church. Listen, Mr. Moore. My church fill up ODU every. Listen, these brothers gonna do that, no problem.
Let's see if he fill it up. That's
gonna be easy.
8,000 ain't hard to fill up though. 8,000 ain't.
I think they probably.
Yeah, you say that.
I think the university probably gonna cut a check.
Hold on, Mark.
Free tickets for all the students. The student faculty.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Marky. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that. Now you're saying they're giving tickets away? Come on, man. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Maybe over there. No, they did. I think on Jose Ramirez, but see, that's the other side of it.
That's Fresno.
Don't be talking that California.
Them niggas
Hispanic talk,
B3, don't listen
dealing with Norfolk. We talking Hampton Roads, Marky.
You know what they do in Fresno? They pick fruit, man. They pick oranges and onions,
right?
And almonds.
They have to give them tickets away,
right? And we a military town, Hampton Roads. It's a lot of money around. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why Keyshawn got to really do what he's supposed to do, so he can keep reaping the benefits. Because it's like I think it's over 300,000 people just in Hampton Roads. I mean, 10,000 tickets, that ain't nothing for no star boxer. He gonna be able to do that whenever he wants.
Military base and that shit up there, right?
Huh?
Yeah, the shipyard and everything.
Yeah.
And we got Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, the 7 cities is lit. Trust me.
They're gonna be giving away Newport 100s, a bottle of Hennessy for every 2 people that come in, and you gotta bring a gift.
Just because you see a couple of blacks, that's what you think of.
It's not even over there. It's not even like that over there, Mark. It's not.
Listen, Bruce Smith, they didn't even want.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say this. That's why I feel like he really messed up so bad. I feel like there was endorsement deals he lost that night because obviously Vic was going to be there. Obviously was going to be there. The mayor, councilmen. I heard Shaq was supposed to pull up.
Shaq, Allen Iverson.
I pulled up. They were still there.
Wait. Now all I'm saying is that
old ass Bruce Smith came out.
200 sacks.
Hold on.
Bruce Smith always coming out.
Hold on. Let me just finish. I'm just saying is that you know what Iverson is when it comes to Reebok. You know what Shaq is when it comes to Reebok. I definitely feel like
President.
What is it? President and CEO or some shit like
President and Allen Iverson's vice president charge of basketball.
So what I feel like, he definitely could have easily got a damn endorsement that night. Signed by Reebok and been one of their top guys like that.
Yeah.
Smoke. When does Bruce Smith come outside, Smoke? Honestly, when does Bruce Smith come outside?
Only for awards, nigga. He ain't got to come outside.
Bruce Smith don't come outside, bro.
Only for big events. Only for big events.
Sheldon Moore, you had 200.
Listen, that event was not. Hold on, man. That event was not big. They had already been to Norfolk and sold it out before. Did y'all forget that? And these same people, Mike Vick, Bruce Smith, all of them was out there
Bruce
at
Smith
the
didn't
press
come out to
conference.
the
The
first fight,
mayor,
nigga. I watched it
all
on
of that. He didn't.
ESPN.
That
Don't
Della
lie like that,
Santos,
D3.
that Della
Don't
Santos
lie
ain't
like
no
that.
big
Bruce
fight.
Smith did not come to
in
the
this
first fight.
event,
Man,
Do
he's a
not lie
y'all
like
ain't, y'all
that.
don't have no
hometown
boots on the
hero. He's the
ground, man.
conqueror coming
Bruce Smith
home.
didn't come to the first fight. I watched it on ESPN. They would have showed Bruce Smith on TV. He didn't come. Don't
Yeah,
lie like that.
Oh, they showed
yeah.
him. They showed him on the other fight,
Yeah, they showed him on the second
and he
fight.
was at
Yeah,
the
they
press
showed
conference.
Bruce Smith in the crowd. They
Keyshawn
showed
Davis
him.
gonna be a bigger star than Shakur, man. When it's all said and done.
Of course, that's an understatement. But he got to do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, that
Wasn't
nigga
no
fucking up,
Reebok deal
man.
on the line. It's just
You
it's
don't
the
know that. You
illusion
don't
that
know
it's
what the president of Reebok
everything.
was going to do. You don't
Everything
know
is
that.
on. They believe
You
everything is
don't
on the
know that.
line, and that's what I'm saying. That's why Keyshawn moved the needle. You heard what Coach Eddie said. Everything is on the line. So every
His
time you
ass is on
step
the line in the
outside,
next fight.
the people is watching. They want to see what you're gonna do.
His ass is on the line in this next fight. How about that?
But see, the thing
Yeah,
about
especially if you fight Devin Haney.
Keyshawn bring the smoke, man. That's what people looking for, man. Keyshawn bring that excitement, man. You know what I'm saying?
Keyshawn had a brick yesterday, Coach. Did you see him with his brick yesterday?
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna tell you something about Debo. I'm gonna tell you something about Debo Dale. Debo Dale.
I got my brick.
Debo was a bully, man. Debo was a bully. Devin Haney is a bully because if you remember the movie Friday, they said that Debo ain't never trying that stuff with them other guys around the corner. That means Devin Haney only like to pick on people he know he can beat.
They do. The other day,
Nah, he turned that fight down with Boots in there. He didn't want no smoke.
No, Boots tried to make him move up.
No. Hey, hold on. If Devin Haney ain't got no problem fighting Sanders Zayas, why at the full weight, no reactivation clause? Why? What's the problem with Boots Ennis?
I ain't never fought at 47 yet. You want me to come up to 52? I ain't fought at 47 yet.
Yeah, he gonna skip 47 to jump up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Devin Haney only like to fight people he know he can
whoop. He
ain't sure he can beat.
Straight to 55 and fight the
Stop the cap. Stop the cap, Coach Eddie. Stop the cap.
Come on, man.
Boots was talking.
I'm calling a spade like I'm calling a spade, brother. The man had no problem with going straight to Xander Zayas, the full champion at 154. No rehydration clause, but with Boots, 152. No, you too big. Man, make it make sense.
Xander Zayas is a Puerto Rican idol. He's a Puerto Rican icon right now. That's big money, Coach Eddie. Stop playing.
But take your ass up there then. Go on up there and get your ass whooped by the
Boots is somebody waiting to stomp your head in. That's what Boots gonna do. Boots ain't playing with Dale.
I mean, I want
Dale to go up there and fight Xander because Xander can whoop his ass. You're not beating Xander, nigga.
You want to put a friendly 50 on that if they'll make a fight?
If they make that fight, you motherfucking right, nigga. You motherfucking right.
That's a friendly 50 bet right there.
Yeah, that's motherfucking right. Xander gonna beat the shit out that nigga, man.
And he got the experience.
Who do Xander beat the shit out of?
He gonna beat the shit out of that nigga. He gonna beat the shit out of that nigga.
He gonna do something he ain't never did before. He ain't never beat the shit out of nobody.
To that nigga, yes. To that nigga, yes. To that nigga, yes.
Why? That's the same thing you said about Brian Norman.
I ain't talking about Brian Norman. I don't talk about Brian Norman. I'm talking about Xander Zayas. I don't give a fuck about Brian Norman.
I'm talking about before the Brian Norman fight. He's supposed to
I don't give a fuck about none of that. That shit's in the past. Do it again, nigga.
But to be fair with the Brian Norman fight, the only reason that Brian Norman was the favorite is because Devin Haney was looking diminished. And because of the performances that Devin Haney did. It wasn't that people thought that Brian Norman was better than Devin Haney. They just thought that Devin Haney was diminished.
Don't save Debo, coach. That's Debo. Don't save Debo. Let Debo go on up there.
Yeah, let him go up there. Shoot, if you want to, at least he's challenging himself. Who else doing it?
He ain't challenging himself because Boots wanted him at 152 and the nigga was scared.
No, the nigga ain't even fought at 157 yet. You want him to jump up to a weight class to go fight?
You're making that point for us. He wants to jump straight to 154. He ain't got no problem going up to 154 for Xander. Why is that?
Sugar Ray love that stuff. And he got the nuts to do it.
Hey y'all, hold on, y'all. We can't all talk at the same time. It's a bad echo. Hey, Mr. Moore, do me a favor. Come on and come back in for me.
I think Debo is
The echo is crazy right now.
You can say that, but who fighting the competition is?
Is that just me?
Yeah,
Y'all hear that same? Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, okay. Listen, we got to be on order, man. If y'all
Yo,
in here, tap the
who
like
has
button.
that echo, bro? Who has that echo?
That's Shelton Moore, the old man.
That bro, are you listening to reggae? I'm over here like.
All right, we good. We should be good now.
I didn't hear anything anybody was saying that entire time. I just
All right,
heard
let me say something
sound
one
like
more
Charlie
time just to
Brown,
make sure it's
sound
going.
like Charlie Brown teacher.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
If you in the building, man, tap the like button, follow the channel, help us grow, man. Hold on, it's still there.
It's still there. I don't know who. I was on mute for a second.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's
Maybe
gone.
Yeah, so
It's
what we
gone.
was talking about is that Devin Haney has no, like, Devin Haney is a Debo for real. Because even in the movie Friday, Debo never messed with the dudes around the corner. He only messed with Smoke and Craig because he knew he could beat them. So Debo, Dev, they ain't got no problem. He ain't had no problem messing with Rougarou, Ramirez, Ryan Garcia, even Ramirez. He'll go straight to 154 fight Ramirez, but when it was Boots Ennis, 152. Oh, that's too big. Which one? Wait a minute. You'll go straight to 154 for, but Boots, you won't fight at 152? Make it make sense.
Nah, he said he'll go straight to 154 for 2 belts. It's still a tall task, coach.
He
That's a
wanted to
tall.
fight
That
Boots.
either way, it's a tall task. But make
He
it.
won't
They have to
fight
make
Sebastian.
sense.
He won't fight Sebastian Fundora. Fundora had 2 belts. He wouldn't mention his name because he knows.
That's an ugly style matchup. Yeah.
That's what he wouldn't go up there and fight Sebastian Fundora at 54.
Yeah, he wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't fight Brian Norman before he went up there.
Okay, well, I tell you
Yeah,
what,
good
if
point.
Sebastian Fundora get them belts, tell Devin Haney to go on up in there and get his goddamn head beat in.
Y'all always trying to
Fight that big old tall praying mantis. Go on there and get his head beat in. Let him know how that work out for him.
Shakur, y'all don't do this for Keyshawn. Y'all don't do this for nobody but Devin. Every single time y'all trying to get him up against
Bro, we got smoke for Shakur. What you talking? We all got plenty of smoke for Shakur. We got smoke for Tank. We got smoke for Shakur. We got smoke for all of them.
And then when he call him out, y'all be like, well, he won't fight this dude. He won't fight this dude at 154. Like, dang, come on now. Let him get his feet wet. He called out Jerron Boots Ennis because he had a belt. He wanted to go up there and fight the hardest dude at the weight class, which he thought was Boots. That's simple. Boots moved up and didn't have no belts no more, so ain't no interest.
So let me ask you this, Michael. Why did Devin leave it to his pops to pick his next opponent?
That's his job, ain't it? Don't he pay him for that?
Nah, you the fighter. You fight who you want.
Devin is the hold on. Devin is the boss. No, Devin is the boss. Hold on. Let me just say this. Devin is the boss, and he's supposed to tell his daddy who he want to fight. Or
the boss.
I shouldn't say it like that. His manager's team or whatever.
The
You know what I'm saying? Out of respect.
The fighter's the boss.
Now,
become a prize fighter. The fighter's the boss.
Devin Haney said the belts don't mean nothing. They only mean something when he got them. When anybody else got them, they don't mean nothing. Which one is it? The belts? Do the belts mean something or do they not mean something? Because Devin Haney said anybody can get a belt. So which one is it? You can't be a walking contradiction.
It means something
when
it's legacy on the line. If you getting elevated, if they doing vacants, and for people that just because they got a manager or whatever that's been paying sanctioning fees, they getting the opportunity or whatever, they ain't beat nobody. That's when the belt really don't mean nothing.
Because he said Brian Norman belt didn't mean nothing. That was
so you
Devin
talking
Haney
about
said.
guys unifying the titles, that mean everything.
He said Brian Norman belt didn't mean nothing. That was Debo Dam said. Said don't mean nothing. Oh, okay.
Just like Tank didn't mean nothing either. It's because of the way he got it. Everybody was talking stuff about Devin when he got elevated. Talk about He the email champion and all that. So was Brian Norman. Brian Norman ain't take that belt from nobody. Tank ain't take that belt from nobody. None of them did. So no, those belts don't matter. The belts that matter is the ones you snatch up off somebody.
Okay, now
And that's what he's
using that
trying to
sa-
I
do.
like
you
that.
use
Yes,
use that
sir.
using that same logic. If you get that belt off a paper champion, off of just a belt holder, that belt mean anything? You didn't fight a champion. You
Yeah,
got it off
because
a
you
title
took it
holder.
from yes, because you took
No,
it from
no,
somebody else.
no. I'm gonna tell you, it's a huge difference. Which belt holds more credence? If you win a belt off Bernard Hopkins or you win a belt off of Joe Blow? Because Bernard
Come
Hopkins was what
on,
they
man.
call a reigning champion. A reigning champion means you got several title defenses. You don't just collect the belt and then do the Charles Martin and get flipped over your very next fight. We got a lot of that going on in boxing. So if you
That's
beat
why
a
Brian
reigning
Norman.
champion,
That's,
if you beat a reigning
Nah,
champion, you
but
done
we
something.
can't do
that's why
that.
Brian.
We can't do that because how
And look,
many title defenses did beat
we
Norman
just
have? And he beat the
one, right?
number one in the weight class to get the
No,
title.
no. But going back to what he said, Tank Davis. No, Tank Davis did fight for his belt. Tank Davis fought for his
Who,
WBA belt.
who he fight for that belt?
He fought. He
He was
fought Gamboa
elevated.
for.
Gamboa.
He fought Gamboa for that
Well,
belt.
at 35.
Yeah,
Now,
Gamboa
at
35.
35, he fought Gamboa for the belt. It was a vacant
For,
belt. He fought Gamboa for the vacant
that
belt.
that was not a real belt. That was a Mickey Mouse belt. His words.
That was whatever you want to call it.
Mickey
You
Mouse
said he didn't
belt.
fight for the
Look,
belt.
his
He did.
words coming back to
He did
Harlem.
fight for it.
His words coming back to Harlem.
If
Mickey
anybody can
Mouse
be a
belt,
champion, do
champion.
any of these belts matter then? According to Debo
Yes,
Deb, if anybody can be a
yes.
champion, though his belts even matter.
The belts that you
Yeah.
snatch up off somebody matter. And he snatched
No,
the
you got
belt from
you got to
somebody, so
get them
that
from a
matters.
reigning champion. How about that?
Cambosa was
Because
a reigning champ.
these dudes are belt
Cambosis
holders,
was a
man.
reigning champ. What are you talking about?
Cambosa wasn't a reigning champ. Cambosa beat Tio. He was a title holder.
Yeah, but
Because he
didn't he
didn't defend
snatch
his
them belts
because
off Theo?
he snatched the belts, but nah, they want you to have
the
defenses
belt.
under your
He
belt
got the belt from Tio, and then he lost in the very next fight.
because he fought the
Yeah,
best
but
fighter in the weight class.
He
Come
lo-
on, man.
the only reigning champion at the weight class, and we talking about it, was Tio and Loma, and then Devin
but,
and Tank Davis. Those were the only
so
reigning champions. Cambosa
These
was never a reigning champion. He was the
Tank
champion
is not a
because he
reigning
beat Tio
champion.
and he lost in the very
these
next fight.
Interim belts
dudes can't
don't
be reigning
count.
champions because they're fighting so far out of their weight division they can't stay there.
Interim belts don't count, bruh. What are you talking about? Tank was not a reigning champion.
No, what? Hold on. Because the belt don't count to you doesn't mean that the belt don't count. Because when you look in the record,
Y'all gotta let each other finish. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike.
When you look in the record books, it says Tank Davis, a 5-time champion, a 3-division champion. Just because it doesn't matter to you doesn't mean that the belt don't matter. Y'all keep want to put emphasis on these belts. Well, that belt does matter that Tank Davis has. It just don't matter to you. But the
And when he beat Gamboa for that belt too, man.
Everybody beat Gamboa.
We got to
They
put some
all beat
respect on
Gamboa.
Gamboa name, man.
They all beat up Gamboa.
UFC champion.
I mean, you can look at Shakur's
Gold
title
medal.
run. His title run was very weak at 135. It was a very weak title run. Even to be honest, even Terrence Crawford, his reign at 140, it was kind of suspect. He
just
beat
beat a
Indongo.
unified champ. He beat Victor
Man, he
Postol.
got that from Indongo was mud, bro. Keep it
A
100,
unified
man.
champion. Come on, man.
I will not.
Indongo was mud, man.
Come on, man. All he doing is going to other countries, snatching their belts off of guys. The conversation we talking about, Crawford treating him like he was food, and now he was a nobody. Come on, man.
Bro, you see the man, the man don't even pass the eye test, B3. Keep it 100, man. The man don't even pass the eye
Hey,
test. The man don't even pass the eye test,
hey,
man.
he beat who he needed to beat. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's smoke come in. Let-
When you fight for a vacant belt, you fighting for the belt. You fighting for a vacant. The guy, nobody held the belt. So it's the same way Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason fought for a vacant belt. We say Abdullah Mason is not a champion, or he didn't fight anybody. Yes, he fought Sam Noakes for a vacant belt. The same way Tank Davis fought Yo-Yo Gamboa for a vacant belt. It is what it is.
Interim.
It was a vacant belt.
Yeah, but he still has to defend
Interim.
to become a reigning champ. He's just a champion right now. That's okay.
It's not.
I mean,
Listen,
or you can call him a title holder if you want a belt holder or
no,
whatever
he's not.
until he
No, he's
defends.
not. He
You
wasn't.
gotta put
It's
you gotta
not
put
his
interim
turn.
champion.
It's
Huh?
not, bro, because the WBA don't do it like everybody else.
It's the WBO. We talking Abdullah.
WBO.
No. He's calling Tank. The WBA is the belt that he had. It's
It was
regular. Listen,
the regular belt. It's the Mickey Mouse belt.
the regular nigga got to do all the damn super champion.
It's a secondary title when there's a super champion. We got to keep it
Super
1,000.
like, hold on,
That's
wait.
what it comes down to.
Wait. To be true, the super championship came later. Tank had the original. He had the original belt where you actually had to fight the man.
So why he didn't fight Devin Haney?
No, why didn't he
For
fight
the full
Loma?
belt.
He didn't fight
For the real
Loma.
belt.
That's the longest.
Devin was in the WBC.
Yeah.
And then when Devin became the champion, he never petitioned to fight them. We already know it's a secondary title. We got to move on from this, y'all.
No, it's not a secondary title. The super is a secondary title. It's not a secondary title.
I'm not gonna put a guy
with the WBA,
over.
bro.
Yeah, he went. They
No,
went. It's
the
a
super
second.
is only
It's the second. When you look on it, when you even look it up, it's going. The super champion is first, and the regular champion is second.
because the super is so you do not have
It's
to
a.
fight.
It's
The
le,
super
It
is
means
so
you
you do
are. It
not
means
have
you
to
are
fight.
considered lesser
No,
than. You can't even unify that belt.
they only
That means you can't
created.
even make. You can't even make big unification fights.
They only
It's a
created
secondary
the
title. That's what
super.
I mean.
They
These
only
dudes, they
created.
not real champions, bro.
Dog, listen. They only created the super because it was so many mandatories coming up.
That's
They
why
could
I
never
don't
fight
count the
for
Mario
undisputed.
Barrios fight either.
They could never
Interim
fight
belt.
for. They could never fight for undisputed because it was the mandatories kept coming up. So they created a super belt so you can skip the mandatory and go fight for a unification. That's the reason why they created the super. And so you could. It's the same way they were trying to do with the franchise belt. They were trying to create a belt so you didn't have to fight mandatories. But the way that the WBC did it, it was bogus because they only did it in two weight classes. They didn't do it across the board. With the WBA, they did it across the board. So that's the only reason why the super came into existence. It's so you didn't have to fight mandatory. The WBA belt is the real belt because you have to fight mandatory. A
You
championship
have to
belt
fight
has
mandatory
mandatory.
with any interim belt.
Not an interim belt, it's an actual belt. There's not the interim belt is the interim belt.
It's the belt you get so that your
St.
man
Davis
goes to
belt,
the super
St. Davis
champion.
belt. The interim doesn't have mandatory. The world championship has mandatory. St. Davis belt that everybody keeps saying is a Mickey Mouse belt is an actual real belt. It's an actual real belt. When you look at his belt,
So
it
why
says
did he need to
world
get elevated?
championship.
If it was the real belt, why did he need to get elevated?
No, he did not need to get
That's
elevated.
the whole premise of elevation. You moved up.
You gotta blame the sanctioning bodies for this, man. They created all this confusion, bro.
Yeah, all they did was put because the WBA, they work with these they work with these promotional companies to continue to do business. Like Tank, that's why it makes sense to call it a Mickey Mouse belt. It's just something that Tank can hold and fight whoever they want to fight on the PBC. Whoever makes sense.
So what you saying is Muhammad Ali had a Mickey Mouse belt.
No, because
I'm
Muhammad Ali
saying
was
it's
a
crazy.
champion,
Hold on.
dog.
If I'm correct
Muhammad
about
Ali
this,
had a WBA title. It was not a super.
Was there a super champion in the weight class?
No,
No,
there was no such thing
Okay
as a
then. So that's
super.
the hold on. Okay then. So that's the
No,
distinction. He's the
super
hold on.
came
Relax.
later.
He is the full world champion. We are talking about specific instances in history when you are not the man in your weight class. You are not the man in that, even in that sanctioning body. That's what we're talking
Look,
about. So
listen what
with Loma being a unified champion and tanking Floyd not making that fight, and with Devin being an undisputed champion, they are not the man in the division. We got to cut the shit. This is an old
no,
corny even
listen,
conversation.
listen. But what I am
It's
telling
a
you is,
secondary title when there is a super
listen,
champ.
listen what I'm
Period.
telling you. Every a super is only a designation. It's only a designation. A world champion has mandatories. If you look at every section in rule book, world champions have mandatory. The super is a designation, so you do not have to fight mandatory. So that's the reason why it was created. So you did not have to fight mandatories. But
which
world
means
champions have mandatories.
right now, and
So
that's a
so
good
so 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 we're supposed to believe that Tank Davis was essentially the man in the WBA as a regular champion. Okay, let me say this. What titles in boxing you cannot unify? What title in boxing you cannot unify?
franchise.
Let
There's
hold on.
none of them. There's
No,
none
no,
of
the
them.
franchise is a designation and you can request for that in a unification.
There is no franchise belt anymore. So
So
that's non-existent.
specifically, you cannot unify interim titles.
Yes, yeah, you cannot enter. That's not a world championship belt. You said what world championship belt can you not unify? There is no world championship belt that
You
you cannot
consider, hold on,
unify.
Ryan Garcia. I just watched the fight. I just watched the Oscar Duarte and Ryan fight this morning. They announced Ryan as a 135 world champion.
They were lying, bro. They were capping, man.
And
No,
we know,
Gotta
hold on,
prove the
we
puppet.
know he was the interim champion to Devin. So it's interim world champion. Now,
listen,
that is why Micah is so adamant and people so adamant about the regular being a interim or
well, I mean,
secondary title. You
well,
cannot unify
technically,
the regular title. When there's a super champion in the
technically,
division, you
no,
can't even
yes, you
unify.
can. Yes, you can. There's been multiple world champions as the WBA world champion, not super, that's been unified, and the super's been in existence. It's all up to the sanction body whether they want to designate you as the super or not. There's been multiple world champions that had the WBA championship and had another sanctioning body world championship, and they was not the super. Lennox Lewis had the WBA World Championship. He was not the super. And he was a undisputed champion, but he was not designated as the super. And the
Because there
super
was
was in
nobody
existence.
that superseded him in the weight class. That's
Well,
my point, and that's why all the tank
oh my
protectors and the
God.
people that's on this side, they don't want to
No,
admit there were
what you're
people
failing to
that
realize
were
is
considered
a
ahead of tank,
designation. It's
but
up to the
because of
sanctioning
what
body whether
tank
they
can
want to give it to you or
generate,
not.
listen, it's moving the goalposts. It's moving around. Tanking them, they should have made the Devin fight, or they should have did something. They should have made the Loma fight or did something at 135. I mean, it is just what it is.
I don't care nothing about
They
that.
didn't do nothing.
I don't care.
They
I
didn't
don't
do
care
nothing.
nothing
They
about that.
stood there. They stood there with the regular title, and they didn't do nothing. I mean, that's really what it
Okay,
comes down to.
that's not the argument. You talking about whether he should have did something? That's not the argument.
It's the argument is that the regular is secondary to the super champion. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
secondary to the super, but to say it's not a real belt is bogus because it is.
No, I agree with that. It's just second to the super. That's
To say
but now we can move on.
to say you
But now
can't
it's the
unify
real title. It's the only
hold up.
title if that's the only
So
champ.
but if you say you can't unify a WBA title, quote unquote regular title with another title holder, you're not speaking facts because you can. You
but
can't.
not when there's a super champion
Yes,
though.
you can. All it takes is for another champion to want to fight you. Yes, you can. You can have Loma as the WBA super, Tank Davis as the quote unquote WBA regular. If he would have fought Devin Haney, there would have been a unification fight. What are you talking about?
Yeah, unified because Devin was unified.
No, because Devin had the WBA,
That's it.
the
He gonna have
I
to
mean, the
drop. He gonna
WBC
have to drop that
championship.
regular. The only reason they
Devin
letting
had the
they just
WBC
doing.
championship
Hold
belt.
on, free. Now before David and David fought, we know that we didn't allow all these interims to unify, and that was a thing. Now David is, of course, he's elevated, so now he's the WBA regular champion, second to Bivol, and he's the WBC full champion, right? Now that David versus David fight, y'all, this is the only time I know of them allowing that to happen, right? With David Morrell being the regular, and I don't know, it was like it was like a unified interim type of situation going on. David was like
You
the
gotta blame
interim
it
at
on
the time. It
Canelo,
was
man.
weird.
'Cause Canelo was such a duck at the thing. So that's what I'm saying. These champions
No,
today,
this was 175.
but
They
still, though,
fought
man,
when
he
they
wouldn't.
moved. They fought when they moved up to 175,
Mhm.
and David was the interim for the WBC. And David Morrell had got the 175 WBA regular.
But that does have something. That does have something to do with the Canelo because the
No.
WBC. No, hear me out. The WBC had jerked him out. Hold on, brother. Man,
Was that
God,
was that not 175
now
smoke?
hear me out
That was
though.
still 168?
The WBC had jerked around David
Oh yeah,
Benavidez
you're right. You're
so
right. The
much
Bosley fight
that
was
they
that David
awarded
first
him.
fight. My
They
bad.
helped him out by moving up in the weight division and put him in a proper place at the WBC. That's how he
Well,
was
he was a
able to get
multiple
that
time champion. My
WBC
bad. Let
title.
me
He
retract
got
that. Let me
he got
retract that.
the
That
WBC at
all that
175
activity
because
was at
Bivol dropped the
168.
belt. Bivol dropped the
Yeah.
belt.
Yeah,
He
all
went.
that activity was
Bivol said he wanted to
168.
fight. He said he wanted to fight a third fight with Arthur. David Benavidez was his mandatory. He said he wanted to fight a third fight with Arthur, so he dropped the belt. That's how David Benavidez became the WBC champion at
All I was
175.
trying to say
Did
was
they
Yeah.
drive him or did they strip him? Or did they
No,
strip
he
him?
dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped it.
He dropped the belt.
all I was trying to say is the guy that David fought was for the WBC champ, like not intern, not it was for the actual the guy. So when he fought David Morrell, he fought him for the WBA regular and the WBC championship. So at 75, he literally is the WBA regular and WBC champion. To be truly honest with you, right?
And that's because the WBC had jerked David around for so many years that they put him in a proper place when he moved to 175 to put him in position to get that WBC belt at 175, which stands from Canelo ducking the man for years.
Okay, I walked myself around on that one. Yeah, that was
Hold on.
that was you right. You
I don't
100%
know
right. That was at
what
175.
who Branch is talking about. Canelo fought Austin Trout at 54.
Now I knew what I was right. Hold on. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
I knew I was right in my
Yeah.
points. My bad. I let whatever confuse me, right? David versus David was for 175, and BoxRec does not deal with the WBA. WBA is not even up there, right?
Yeah,
But
you're
we
right.
know David Morrell was a WBA regular champion.
He was
The
a
belt
regular
they have
champion
listed
at
on that fight,
168.
the belt they have
He
listed is the WBC interim. And I remember the joke was before that fight that these dudes is unifying interim titles. That was the
Yeah,
joke.
no,
That was like the first
that's
time we had
true.
seen something like that.
That's true.
So they
Yeah,
did. So both of these guys. So that's what I'm saying. That was a one-off situation based on, like you said, Free, them agreeing to it. I mean, all they pretty much got to do is agree to it. So
yeah.
that's all it come down to. We got to get these guys agreeing to fights.
But
And
David Morrell was the WBA regular at 168.
yeah,
He was
but both weight classes.
Yeah,
I think he got it at 175 too, didn't he? Let me check.
he never fought for a WBA title at 175. He just fought Hot Rod, and then he fought David Benavidez.
Yeah, cause both of those guys
No,
was
they
at
gave him that. They
168.
put the regular on the line for that fight. It's not on BoxRec, but that's the fight that he got the regular title in.
Yeah, that's the fight when he beat Hot Rod, and I thought
The
he
Hot
lost
Rod fight.
I thought he lost to Hot Rod. I knew David Benavidez was gonna beat his ass. And look, what happened? He talking about going back down to 68. I knew everybody was. I was like, y'all gotta chill out with that damn. Guys can just beat anybody. That's not. No, it don't go that way. No.
I'm a little choppy on my end. Salute to T Hill, Champ Ross. I see y'all in here. WBC Diamond Belt is just like the franchise. They erased that pretty quick. Yeah, we got to get rid of all of those extra belts. Like you said, we got to have the top guys fighting the top guys.
But hold on, but this is my problem with the
Make sure
belt.
y'all tap that like button for us.
If you look at the champions of yesteryear and the champions of the day, the champions of yesteryear, they also fought the mandatories. That's a part of being a champion. Now I understand the money thing. Yeah, I only want these guys today. They're fighting names right now. These guys are in 27 and 28-year-old in a Floyd Money Mayweather mindset that early. Which hey, shout out to them. That's the game that we in right now. But these games are looking for name and not necessarily the best competition. Just because you have a name don't mean that you're the best. Ryan Garcia has a name, but he's not the best. He just has a name. So these guys are 22 years old in Floyd Mayweather state already. Literally, they're not fighting the mandatories. A lot of times, your mandatories is tougher than the guy that you want to fight.
That's why you
at least those guys, Bernard Hopkins, Triple G, Holyfield, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Marvin Hagler, they fought their mandatories because those guys earned their right at the title. Like Terence Crawford, great fighter, loved him to death, but he had no business other than it being a lucrative opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez because he didn't earn the shot. He didn't. It was a great business move. He didn't earn it. He didn't earn it. The man jumped over the whole weight division. Guys who probably should have. Edgar Berlanga didn't earn his shot. Jaime Munguia didn't earn his shot. And Canelo. That's
why like when Bud got it, we was like, okay, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he got it. Shout out to him. He got the bag, but I mean, he leapfrogged the whole division.
And there was a lot of guys that in the division that fought him that I was just like, Rocky who? Callum don't. They like these I'm like he just fighting who I like maybe the only guy he fought and I think that earned the shot was Caleb Plant.
Yeah, that Caleb. I mean, Canelo was bad for boxing, man. I mean, he started off decent, but towards the end, he got bad. He just started doing what he wanted to do. You know, and the sanctioning bodies was allowing him to do it. Somebody should have stood and said, look, Terence Crawford, you're a great fighter, man. But we gotta let Christian Mbili get his shot. This man has been the number one, or whoever's up under Canelo. This man deserves a shot.
As soon as you said Christian Mbili, Canelo said, I fight Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I fight Terence Crawford.
Yeah, he want that 150 million though.
I fight Terence Crawford. You know what, Turk? That remember we was talking a few years ago? If that's still there, you fight Terence Crawford.
I mean, yeah, it's good for them too. It was good for them too. They made a boatload of money. Shout out to him, but at the end of the day, is it right though?
But Coach Bud don't get that fight if Canelo don't say yes and completely duck out of like. You gotta remember what Canelo did to do to get to that fight. Remember he ducked out of that whole PBC joint. He was just like poof, gone, and they were just like, okay, just shook their head because really they can do really a Debo move to jump over there, have a quick fight, then fight Bud. You know what I'm saying? And make some and make a lot of bread. So
yeah, but that Bud fight was a huge miscalculation on Canelo Alvarez's part. He thought that he was gonna steamroll Bud. Can't nobody tell me anything different. He thought Bud was too small. He thought he was too old, and he was saying, "Ain't no way in the world this little guy's gonna beat me." And then he got there, and he got the shock of his life when he got in the ring with this guy, and seen how good he was.
Well, you know what? I think it was the second. I know he got in there and was like, "This motherfucker damn near better than the last black motherfucker that was like that." Hell, he bet like, hold on. This is a little worse than Floyd. Hold on, let me step aside over it. He did that little two-step. When Bud when he called him, like, yeah, it was pretty much the same whooping. So to me, when it comes to that, I just feel like what you said earlier. These guys want to be money made without putting in pretty boy work, and that's just the truth.
And they owe Floyd Mayweather a debt of gratitude because he paved the way. Just like all them guys that came before Floyd, they paved the way. So Floyd paved the way for these guys to get these huge paydays because he set a precedent. Look how much money you can make in boxing. You know, it is what people say what you want to say about Floyd, but you know, some people feel indifferent, some people feel good about Floyd, some people feel bad. But Floyd did pave the way for these young guys to come up behind him and show them how to get to the bread a lot quicker than he did because Floyd had to go through it before he got through the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was fighting some tough guys. These guys are just going straight to Mexico, building their record up, fighting a few old guys, and here we are, Devin Haney. It is what it is. It's the truth. I know it don't sound right, but that's true. A lot of these guys just went to Mexico and built their record up, fought a few old guys, and here we are. Floyd didn't do it like that. Floyd had to fight some tough guys to get up to that where he got to.
I'm looking in the chat. I don't even know what you're talking
Hold
about.
on, let me pull this up real quick, man, because Coach loves making this argument. I got some time for Coach. So Devin Haney is 27, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's pull up Floyd by the age of 27.
I know where you're going. You doing the Bill Haney thing.
No, nah. It ain't the Bill Haney thing. I'm just
Bill Haney did the same thing you doing right now, but go ahead.
Oh, that's what they did?
Yeah,
listen,
he did
if
the
it's
same
already
thing.
been done, I ain't got to do it.
Yeah, you try to do the same. You try to compare Floyd and Devin at the same age.
But that's the argument is that no, you're talking about probably from another perspective. We're talking about what actually
you talking
happened.
about accolades.
Now, no. I'm talking about fighters beat. Because you can say this, that, and the third about one guy and the other. Well, we got a Hall of Famer or a future Hall of Famer or a two-time gold medalist or whatever that or a 3-division world champion, whoever you wanna match up. Devin has done it. So now we just have to see, the career play out. But all I'm saying is that when your comparison is these guys haven't done it the pretty boy way. And I'm like, yeah, this is a different era, but we can't act like Devin hasn't taken the fights. He's just been champion at 20 years old, he was champion, after the Abdullah fight.
Hey,
so everybody doesn't get in that type of driver's seat, but for 7 years, he's been fighting at the championship level. So we got to put some respect on that.
Yeah, I hear you, man, but you got to look and see how many Hernandez's and Gonzalez and all these different Latino Spanish names on Devin Haney.
And Corrales.
And shout out to him. Like I said, he got the playbook from Floyd.
Yeah, but these guys ain't even getting in the ring with him. He had to go in there with a tough Brian Norman, who is a hungry fighter and gonna be a 2-time champion.
Zab Judah beat the damn hell out of Brian Norman, and you know that Floyd had to go in there.
How old was he when he fought Floyd?
Who?
Zab Judah.
Early 30s, late 20s.
I think both guys in their prime, I believe.
Prime,
man,
bro.
We gotta stop.
I believe
see how many losses that brother had when he fought Floyd.
He had one loss.
Hold on, let me just look.
I mean, he beat Sean Bay Mitchell. He
had 3 losses by the time he fought Floyd. You gotta stop the cap, man.
He beat one. He beat one Marquez. He beat Shane Mosley. He beat Floyd. Got some good wins on his record, man.
These dudes, Devin is creating a blueprint to beat some of these guys.
Here's the thing that you do.
These other dudes already, they already got the blueprint on them.
Wait. Here's the thing that y'all do that kill boxing. He already got 3 losses. Does that mean that he's not a great fighter, a Hall of Fame fighter? Does that mean he can't beat your favorite fighter because he got 3 losses?
That wasn't the argument.
No.
You changing the argument.
No, you threw
You
that
doing
out
you
there
doing
like
something wrong. You saying he fought Zab Judah,
no.
and Zab Judah had already been beaten multiple times, been stopped. He was coming off a loss. He was
B3.
coming off a loss when he got the Floyd fight. You ain't tell the
What
people that.
are Devin Haney's best wins? Give me his three best wins.
Norman Jr. is coming off knockout of the year.
Okay, I give you that.
Against a
Loma,
kid.
I give you I'll give you Lomachenko.
And I'll
give you Rougarou. And I'll give you Rougarou. They're the three best wins.
Wait. He knocked down an anime guy.
We're not gonna do that. That's
Nah.
Andy Hiroka best win right now.
As an anime guy. He's an anime guy. I definitely did my homework. The biggest thing he's known for is he's based one of the anime guys is based off him because of the way he looked and because he's a boxer. He ain't good at all. He is a halfway decent club fighter. I want to see all the fights. Yeah. He is a damn club fighter.
Yeah.
No. The fact that he did all that, I don't know who paid him to do that. It must have been a mob, but like I don't know. It had it, but no. Not going there. I'm not even going for anime fighter. And my boy AC was trying to sell me on that when it looked. I said Brian Norman gonna kill this dude. And what happened? Brian Norman almost killed him for almost 35 seconds. So yeah. The anime
we definitely made money on B Norman. I had the 1 through 6 covering us, but I really had the 1 through 4. I needed that 1 through 4 so I could have really came out. I think I would have probably made like 9 racks. But he got the 5th round KO. But yeah, man, we knew I was hoping he could have got him on that first round. That'd have been lovely. That'd have been a great story. But B Norm, I mean, that was an easy fight for him.
You got B Norman, you got Lomachenko, and you got Rougarou. I think those are Devin Haney's best wins.
Hold on, unified champion Jose Ramirez?
Nah, man, come on, man.
No, that was
we ain't gonna act like Jose.
Okay, if you want to do that,
what did he do to Maurice Hooker? Come on, we gotta be real.
That was a good win for Devin, but I wouldn't say it was his best win. I wouldn't count it as one of his best wins, but it was a good win for him at that time in his career.
Yeah, coming off a tough, grueling fight or in a year layoff.
Hold on,
I mean, like I said, at that time in his career, it was a good win for Devin, but I wouldn't say it's one of his best wins.
Black beat the shit out of Maurice Hooker too. I'm not. That don't really mean. You know what I'm saying? So like,
man, he was. But hold on, he was pretty much done at that point. And you just bringing up random. Hold on, let me pull that fight up, man. Hold on, let me pull that fight up because let me see if Maurice Hooker, if Jose beat him when he was undefeated. He was undefeated when Jose stopped him, man.
Another thing between Floyd and Devin is
Maurice Hooker was the world champion and Jose Ramirez stopped him. Come on,
Floyd ain't never been way bigger than anybody that he fought. Floyd ain't never came in weighing 15, 20 pounds heavier than anybody that he fought. Floyd never blew up 20, 25 pounds overnight.
Listen, everybody's genetics ain't the same.
I'm being truthfully honest with you.
Come on.
Floyd Mayweather is my favorite fighter. He's out of everybody, he's number one. And even though he preached that damn shit, everybody ain't gonna have that And there was great fighters with losses. Muhammad Ali got losses. Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler. We are talking about GOATs and greats, and Roberto Duran. These guys moved through weight classes. James Toney, Roy Jones. These guys got losses.
Totally different.
Hold on, I understand, and the reason why. Now I'm gonna tell you why I look at the is because when somebody gives you your first loss, they are literally putting out a blueprint on how to beat you. That's significant. Hold on. That is significant. And that's it, and that's all. That's the only reason I highlight when somebody was that first loss of a person.
That's not true.
And then on top of that, especially if you became a world champion and you get stopped.
That's not true.
And you get stopped.
That's not true.
That's matchmaking, dog. That's matchmaking.
That's not true.
I mean,
Not true.
Man, we gonna move the goalpost. Come on, coach. We gonna keep moving the goalposts.
let's don't pretend that Devin wasn't putting on 20, 25 pounds overnight. Let's don't pretend that he wasn't, because he was.
But how much more did he weigh than Norman Jr.?
Probably about 10, 15.
I don't know. I'm just talking about. I'm talking about his career. I'm talking about throughout the career. I ain't talking about that one specific fight. I'm talking about throughout the career. Devin Haney was at 135. He had no business fighting at 135. That man looked like a cancer patient at 135.
Come on, B3, stop.
Those are the facts.
Hold on. Hold on. What age was he able to even get the fights? 20. We talking about him at 23 years of age. So what? I don't know what y'all wanted him to do, man.
Move up. Like, I mean, I get
for
it.
Who? I'm just saying he ain't no Floyd, brother. There's no comparison between Devin Haney and I'm gonna tell you how I know no comparison between Devin Haney and Floyd, because Devin Haney was not mentioned in any type of fantasy fight with anybody from 1980, 70, or 60. It's not even mentioned in that. Floyd,
he hasn't turned into that guy yet.
Terrence Crawford is. Terrence Crawford is mentioned in fantasy fights.
Yeah,
Devin Haney's not mentioned in any fantasy fight.
You just mentioned 2 39, 40-year-olds guys is ended their career. Hold on. They already ended their career. Yeah, Devin, Shakur, Tank, none of them, we don't talk about them all time yet.
Devin hasn't finished his career. We have to see what his career end up being. Right now he's on a good pace of being considered as one of the greatest fighters of this era. But we have to see how he finishes his career, because if he finishes his career on the same pace that he's on right now, he will be talked in some of those fantasy fights. How would he have paired against Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather and things like that? He'll be talking in some of those talks. But right now, he's still young in his career. He's only, 26 years old? He still got a long way to go.
God damn, hold on.
All I'm saying is that listen, if Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson can just figure out how to somehow, just go ahead and finish some dudes. You know what I'm saying? We'll look at them totally different. We kind of get tired of watching the whole fight, man. I'm just being real.
We already hold on. So you trying to tell me that everybody that drunk their coffee to make sure they could stay up to 12 p.m., 1 a.m.
Who drinking
watch
coffee
the fight?
Going out on a fight, bro? You know a fight is like going to this is an event, bro. You know what I'm saying? You there with the fam or the missus, bro. You know you ain't drinking coffee in your damn seat. You gonna get you something to eat, nigga. You gonna get you a few beers. Maybe you slipped in something to. It's like, stop the bullshit, especially if you at the Barclays. Like, cut it out, man. Stop.
Smoke, you gotta have. Hold on. Smoke, Smoke. Hold on. First and foremost,
in between getting off the train and just walking across. That's not even a street. Just walking across the damn little thing right there to go. Stop. Nobody. The police was right over there. Nobody bothered me. Stop. You go for the metal detectors down here. It ain't no good, man. Stop, man. I mean, I've been to one fight, and I'm looking around. Everybody more lit than just off bid. Definitely smelled like weed in there by the time T.O. and Samuel Martin started fighting. Like, come on, man. That's an event when you're going to. Ain't drinking no damn coffee, man. Word.
Man, listen.
And if we see you whooping on homie, get him out of there. I'm not saying that it's a back and forth and no. You whooping on him. Man, get rid of this nigga. His wheel already broke. Just show it to him. That's all we asking for. Y'all acting like we want him to go out there and just swing and punch. No.
Oh, no, Devin. No, hold on. Now, I do it respectfully. I do expect it from Devin, depending on the opponent, and because of Shakur Hand's situation, I give him. I don't.
Not giving.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm just like
No,
Because if he break his hand, if he mess his hand up, right, that's worse for me as a boxing supporter and a fan.
Get money now. You get money now.
Yeah.
You want to be Floyd? Now you got to do what Floyd used to do. Floyd used to break his hands all the time. You want to be Floyd? You want to be seen at that 2.0? Do it. Show you that dog. Because when it comes to Devin, let's be real. When I was at work and listening to it, when Devin dropped Brian Norman, then I went and looked at it because I could see it. Bro, Devin could have finished him if he knew how to finish. Just being real with you.
You feel like he was woozy enough, like he was hurt enough.
He could have got rid of Let me ask y'all a question. Maybe y'all know the truth or not, because I saw some tweets and some pictures or whatever. Did Shakur hurt his hand in the Tio fight?
I don't know.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anything confirmed.
I saw somebody. I think it might have been YouTube. I seen somebody put some pictures up, or it might have been Instagram. I saw somebody put some pictures up of Shakur in the hospital saying he hurt his hand again in the Tio fight. But I didn't hear nobody else talk about it. So I don't know if it was true or not.
That may be
I think you should keep that kind of stuff to yourself. I don't understand why these boxers always come out and disclose the injuries. If you hurt, keep your mouth shut and keep it moving, man.
The only thing I heard that had me was like, why Shakur didn't finish Tio, he said he started to fight back. That's when you're supposed
exactly what he said.
That's when you coach. Hold on, coach. You're a coach. I've only been watching this shit since I was 7. I'm 44, but I'll be 45 on the 26th. You're a coach. Maybe tell me if I'm wrong. If you whooping a guy ass and then he started to fight back, that's when you get him, right?
Yeah, because he's more open than Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford. That's the first thing they said to him when they seen him. They said you could have stopped him. But like I say, Shakur said he started fighting back. What you think? It's a boxing match. Of course he gonna fight back. God dang, when Jose Benavidez was swinging up, when Terrence Crawford knocked out Jose Benavidez when he was fighting back. That's when he knocked him out.
What I didn't like what Shakur said to his grandfather when his grandfather was telling him to cut off the razor's edge. He moved to the right, you move to the left. He like, yeah, but he keep moving. Every time I move there, he moved the opposite way. No, I don't need to hear you when you say you're the best fighter. I don't need to hear you not knowing how to cut the ring off. I don't need to hear that from you. I need to hear you say, okay, all right, I got you, coach. I got you.
That's when you knock a guy out. He's gonna fight back. That speaks volumes of Shakur's mentality. That he is a front runner. Everything has to be going perfect for him to step on you. If it's not, then he's a little apprehensive. And we've seen that in the De Los Santos fight. That's the best time to knock somebody out when they're punching, because they're more open then. That's the best time to knock them out.
All I know is,
yeah, that's usually when the knockouts come, when your opponents start to open up, because now they guard is not up. They leave themselves open, so you land shots in between.
What's going on, Billy?
That's how you land the shots in between their punches. That's how David Benavidez hurt a lot of his opponents. He's landing shots in between their punches.
When certain shit happened, when we went like back in the day, right? Because you had to watch it, and then if you didn't see it, everybody else that was telling you about it, you were so mad that you missed it that you had to wait for HBO to play it again. It'd be late night or certain shit. It'd be a week or two for you now actually see what happened. When the way Floyd beat Diego Corrales, bro, that's why it was so massive. Because it was the way that his dad was like, his dad literally said, I'm not going to keep letting you whoop on my damn son like this. And that wasn't even his blood son. That was his stepson. He said, I'm not going to keep letting you whoop his ass like this. There's nothing he can do for you. There's nothing.
Let me jump in real quick, Smoke. Shout out to the good brother Bentley. Listen, we putting in our monetization papers on February 21st, so the channel will be monetized real soon. Let me do a challenge to the panel. We didn't been on here 2 hours. Nobody has blessed the Cash App yet this week. And what's today? Tuesday. It's only been 2 days. Somebody bless the Cash App, bless the Zelle, bless the PayPal. We didn't have listen, we got Coach Eddie in here, free, Smoke, Juan, BBO just pulled up. We giving beautiful content on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So we're gonna have everything getting locked and loaded real soon. And I'm thankful, man.
Can I ask BBO a question? Off the rip. Can I ask BBO a question?
Go ahead, Smoke.
Hey, Scaredy Cat. The Cowardly Lion. That's what you got up there on your love. You happy now?
Hey, Salim Ramadan, man. Salute to my brother Smoke, man. Showing love to all my Muslim brothers out there, man. I know this is the first day of Ramadan, so I'm having everybody have a safe Ramadan, man.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Now, are you happy now?
Say it again.
I seen your little preview. I watched your little first few
yeah.
before I cut it off.
Shout out to David Benavidez, man. Him and his father came out, and David grew up in the Dutch, and he said he want to fight Joe Obasai. And we're gonna see what happens now. He ain't calling the Mexican pussycat no more.
I was born with them. You the one that the only Scaredy Cat. Your fighter been there for his whole career and ain't unified. Got his eye socket broke and then fought carefully. If you want to be real about it.
No, he got his jaw broke. He got his jaw broke.
Hey, listen. Then he started fighting carefully. It's not my fault that your fighter don't know how to move. He just sitting there taking punches. He's a big dummy. They need to go to heavyweight because we already know that he make he cut weight like a motherfucker. I'm sorry, hold on one more. He cut weight like a whole lot just to be down there. Stop acting like that. Who he scared of Usyk? Because you know you got to fight him first because he got the name.
He only cuts about 25 pounds, man.
Nah, man, he cut like
so real soon. Man. He walks around at 225.
Nah. You can tell that to somebody who don't know who be doing their homework. I ain't one of them. So is you happy now that after David do this work to Zerto, that your fighter should have been done and he ain't do? Then he don't mind taking care of that little light work that your man did. Because you've been disrespectful for a minute. I've been waiting to see you, big boy.
And there he goes. Y'all know BBO be moving around. He definitely just fell off. Appreciate Diesel. Appreciate my brother AC. Keeping the lights on, keeping us going. Free at a ATM. He back Smoke.
Yeah. I've been waiting.
BBO back in here.
Is you happy?
We they call me the Smoke Man.
Salute, Blaze. Appreciate you pulling up John here.
But I'm gonna say this, and since you talking so crazy,
I ain't talking.
When we had no, you wanna like you got some nuts. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Since you wanna tell like you the baddest nigga in the world, hey, we gonna have y'all overtime you on. I think it's gonna be either March. I want to say I think it's gonna be that March 9th or 10th. Because I don't think he said he going back to Sydney after the fight. And when we had a champ on there, I'm gonna give you an invitation to bring your goofy tail up there and ask the champ anything you want. Because he's the best fighter in boxing. And there's always haters, there's always brother versus brother, man. That's what y'all do, man. Just say that you don't want to support him because he got black roots, man. Just say it. That's all it is. I don't know why you always gotta support the Mexican. I'm down with the brothers, man. I want to see Joe Batai do it for the brothers, man.
You seen me up here. You should have known. As soon as you click this link, you act like we don't watch each other. You should have known it was Smoke for you. I've been waiting. I've been looking for you. You ain't threw the link out in a while. I've been watching. I ain't even jump in the chat and say drop the link. Nah, I'm just waiting for you. Cowardly Lion. Talking about my fighter like that. So you think your fighter like that? Nah, John Tapia ain't. I don't know what he is. I don't care. But I'm telling you this: I'm not giving David Benavidez back to the Mexicans now that they want to like him because they see Canelo about it's a wrap for him. You can't have him back. Word. You throw him over there. He came to the barbecue. Y'all can't have him back. And BBO, don't be trying to be all halfway nice now. Keep that same energy. Nah, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking like you talking. Cause when he spank your fighter, I don't want to hear nothing. Same way when you were talking about how if I'm word for word, you said Canelo was gonna be shit down Bud Crawford leg.
Can you hear me?
Yep, that's true. Canelo been faking the funk and fooling the public for years, man.
Whoa,
But fraud, brother.
So now we talking about one of the greatest fighters to ever live.
Nah, man. This man ain't no greatest fighter ever
I'll tell you
lived,
this.
man.
I'll tell you this, man. Y'all
Fraud,
black
brother.
race fans, y'all can't never come together on nothing, man. Now Canelo ain't done nothing. Devin Haney ain't done nothing. But y'all support Abdul while y'all don't want to support Ja Obatai because he got black roots, man. Y'all dudes kill me with this, man. I really do, man.
You rocking with Virgil Ortiz, man, over Boots, man. I don't want to hear that nonsense. You talking, man. You talking about you want to support the brother. You ain't supporting the brothers, man.
And look how your boy just ducked that fight with all that little fake Lloyd crap. Stop. Just duck that fight. He ain't want that smoke. Talking about Virgil versus Puss in Boots. No, it's the scare. Is you and everybody that you support over there looking like Cowdy Lowry.
Yep, quiet. That's what I thought. Yep.
I'm in here. Y'all
don't
can
want
hear
no
me?
smoke.
I'm the BVO killer. I don't know if y'all been noticing it, but nah, I analyze BVO. No. Yeah. You can look at my subs and no. When it come to this, nah. All that smack you was talking. Now you gotta eat your words. I seen your little premiere. You want to drop it all nice and cute with the countdown and all of that. Blah blah blah. When it come down to it, Dave Benavidez ain't even been in the division yet, and he about to do more than Ja Obatai ever did. And you mad? Come on, man. Put your skirt back up, man. It's gonna be okay. Stop talking about my boy Dave Benavidez ain't like that when you know he is. Now you can talk about what you want to talk about, BVO. But I had to get that out the way.
Yeah, I want to know what's up with that Virgil stuff. You know, he said Virgil gonna beat the brakes off Boots.
Y'all hear BVO talking?
Nah, he not even on, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. BVO, he going in and out. Yeah, he going his he probably moving around right now.
Okay.
But they what's the latest y'all hearing on Virgil Boots? Is they moving around that fight?
He lost the lawsuit case.
No, that fight is frozen right now because there's an order of protection that's been placed up. So I don't know what's going to happen with that fight.
There's a bunch of legal shit.
He in protective custody right now, man. Legally protected custody.
Word. But this is BBO guy. This is like to other guys to be like, oh man, it ain't that. This man is in PC right now.
See, he don't understand that Oscar De La Hoya is trying to protect him. Oscar De La Hoya is the warden of the prison, and he done remove Ortiz out of regular circulation and put him in protective custody. He try to protect this man from Boots. Hey, Boots, do yourself a favor. Listen to Ortiz, do yourself a favor, listen to your promoter and fight somebody else. Cause you getting there with Boots, it's gonna change your life, brother. It ain't gonna be for the better either. So listen to De La Hoya. He got your best interest in mind. He know what's gonna happen. Because Oscar De La Hoya didn't have no problem with you getting in there with X and Lubin. No problem at all. Matter of fact, hurry up and sign that real quick. No problem. Now all of a sudden with Boots, this man going to the Congress, he going to the president, he trying to talk to everybody. Hey man, this ain't right. They try. Come on, man. Well, yeah, Oscar De La Hoya ain't got no faith in you, man. Because if your own promoter had faith in you, he'll go and let the fight happen. He know what's about to happen to you. See, he tried to do you. He tried to do you the same way he did Canelo. He protected Canelo for years. Eric Gomez said we kept Canelo away from certain types of fighters for years because we knew what the outcome was going to be. Hence, a 147-pound fighter came up there and spanked the so-called Mexican king. Spanked him. A 38-year-old, close to 40-year-old welterweight came up and beat this quote-unquote all-time great super middleweight champion. Let that sink in.
Fact, Carrier. That's a fact. He went, that's a fact. He went all the way up there to do that bullshit. He knew he couldn't. Listen, there's no way any of you small-time fighters are going to be able to get out of a contract after I already seen what Canelo done to me. Especially not you, little. Like, you ain't got the money to rock with me like that. So it was never that, bro. It's the fact that Oscar was trying to get you the most money as possible before you get tamed. And if not, they figure out a way to keep you out of that fight. So that fight is on freeze, it's on hold. Is what it is. But yeah, it definitely ain't because of Boots. And on this time, it definitely ain't because of Eddie. I know how Eddie catch all kind of hell, but it ain't Eddie this time. It ain't Boots. It's them. So now Boots got to look in another direction. In which now, when you be like, well, oh, you just go look for another big fight. It's not you just go look for another big fight when you've been working on this damn fight for the last, 4 or 5 months. You're basically back at square one in the direction that you go. And I heard Bachram and Josh Kelly may run it back because Josh Kelly ain't in no rush to fight Boots neither.
So Josh Kelly is not gonna fight Xander.
He could fight Xander. He could run it back, but Boots is not in the number 1 or 2. He's like third option
for Xander.
I mean, Xander could be looking at.
Because hold on. Boots is the interim champion for the WBA. So what are they doing? That's what I'm saying, man. This is Boots should be getting that Xander fight if Josh Kelly is not getting it.
Well, the thing is, the WBO is not up for a mandatory just yet.
You mean the BA?
No, the WBO.
No, Boots is the interim for the WBA.
Yeah, they're not up for a mandatory yet. So he got to wait to the convention for them to mandate that fight. So once they come up for the mandatory, then he will be called as the mandatory because he's the interim champion. But until then, he's not called as the WBO. I mean, as the mandatory. So we have to wait for that to come up. Now Xander can send him an offer now if he wants, but I think Xander wants to unify. He wants to try to get the fight with Josh Kelly
after the Fundora Thurman shit, and then B3. Just like I was saying, because you be thinking I be hating on Dev. Just like I was saying, Dev should just wait. The fact that we talking about Dev and Dev ain't even said shit, just lets you know where his stock has risen to. Think about it.
Smoke, I don't think you hate Dev. I feel like you're objective. I feel like you objective. Nah, you don't spew hatred. You was just you just got a different perspective.
Yeah, I think being because I'm a little bit older and I embrace the role. So I think patience is a virtue. You don't hear that shit no more. What the old folks used to tell us.
I was gonna go to what the person said in the chat. He said because Xander won the WBO first, they first in line. That's not true. It goes according to the calendar month. Whenever that mandatory was called last, it all depends on who has a mandatory coming up first. Now he holds both titles, but if the WBA has a mandatory coming up first, it doesn't matter that he won the WBO first. It comes down to who has the mandatory that comes up first. So it all depends on who's in line to come up first.
I think
It doesn't
Boots ought to
matter
dust off
when.
the Charlo.
Yeah,
He
it
ought to
doesn't
dust
matter.
Charlo off. Keep it moving.
Yeah, it
Go ahead
doesn't
and
matter
dust him
when.
on off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when you won the title or nothing like with Charlo. If Charlo comes back and he said he wants that title fight, Xander has to fight him if he wants to hold him to that belt. It's not like a mandatory fight. If you want to stay as the WBA champion, you have to fight the champion in recess. He has first dibs over everybody. No matter if it's a unification, you got a mandatory call or not. If he comes back and say he wants to fight, he got first dibs.
But see, Charlo looking for a check. He trying to fight Boots because he know that's the money fight. He ain't trying to fight Xander because it ain't gonna be no big money. He trying to get a check from Eddie. He trying to get in good with the Turkey Island Sheik.
What's
That's
going
all
on?
he trying to put his name in the hat.
What's going on with Fundora?
He
fighting Keith Thurman, man.
He fight Keith Thurman March 28th. March 28th, they fight.
Oh, I didn't know that was real. I thought somebody was scamming me.
No, because Keith Thurman was waiting for Fundora to come back from his injury. Keith Thurman's been ready, but Fundora was the one that got injured in camp, so he had to wait for
Come on,
Fundora to
Micah,
come
man.
back.
You know we had the show. Tighten up, Micah.
Yeah. I thought it wasn't gonna happen because Fundora got hurt.
No, Keith Thurman's been
Nah,
waiting.
they rescheduled it. So yeah, so they it's back on. And I'm with you on that. Fundora did get hurt the first time around.
I don't
What's
understand Fundora even fighting Keith Thurman.
Because he was contractually obligated, bro. Like sometimes I get that it's not the fight that we want, but bro, if you sign the contract and that guy's there, and at the time he's making that much, here's the thing. We was down Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman went in there and showed a little bit of of some old shit when he whooped on the white guy who was talking crazy. So he had a little bit of motion.
You talking about Pork Chop?
When he spanked Pork Chop, because Pork Chop, listen, let's not act like, hold on, wait, let's not act like Pork Chop wasn't being a little millennial, a little younger. I forget the whichever ones they is. He was talking crazy, and Keith was like, "Oh, you think like just because these real niggas talking that I can't do, you not one of these niggas who can talk to me like that." So he had a little motion from whooping him. So then remember Keith was doing he had the step stool when he stood up. He had the motion with the Instagram and everything. So he got the fight. It's not his fault that Fundora got hurt.
Yeah, Keith Thurman is a draw.
It's not his fault, bro, that when he got it and we accepted it months ago last year that Fundora got hurt. It wasn't Keith's fault. So now it's back on. You gotta obligate the contract. You just can't move on. No, you still owe me. So we gotta get that fight. And that's why Xander has to be patient and wait. Just like we ain't asked for Ryan Barrios. We didn't. But we gonna get it. So when we didn't ask for Crocker Paro. But we're gonna get it, apparently. So what Dev should do is be a little patient.
Ryan keep getting these type of things. It's crazy.
When it come to Dev and when it come to like certain people like Charlo jumping back out here talking about something. I want my throne back. Well, prove it. Come out here, whoop somebody in the top section of bodies real quick. You know what I'm saying? Before you have to be like, because literally still you should still be the lineal champ. You got to strip them every belt but that, I think, till somebody actually beats you, because you're undisputed. Who could be better than you in the weight class if you're undisputed?
Yeah. Don't
Just
take
saying.
the boots. Go ahead, take the boots.
Hold on. My bad. I missed that. Did you say who can be better than you in a weight class if you undisputed?
If you undisputed.
Hold on. You ain't jumping earlier for me. You was in here with the Tank argument. So was Tank was Devin and Loma over Tank in that situation?
they are, when you say lineal, definitely they are the lineal champion of that division. Do that mean they the biggest draw or the star? No.
Yeah, that's a whole different argument.
That's a whole different argument. That's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't even.
But we're
like,
talking about, but we're talking about as being the man of the division.
yeah, you the man of the, you are the man of the division, bro. You have all the belts. So if they're recognizing you as, that's like that's when the shit get crazy with the WB. Like, you know, anyway. But if you got all the damn belts, man, and you are like, bro, you seen that the lineal, you're the lineal champ. You know what I'm saying? If there's anybody that they got a dispute about, I mean, y'all fight and get it over with. But until then, they can't have nothing because you went and got it. You went and played Thanos. This is
Hey, B3, you ever see the movie House Party?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I know, Smoke, you saw it, but there's a scene in there where he said, "You my man, 50 grand and all, but I'll be letting you go off on the sauce if you did something such. Well, I'm gonna say this about only because of the undisputed thing. Granted, that was because of availability and also because of politics. But I'm not salting on nothing that he accomplished. But Skambosis was really food for Devin. At no point in time was he ever going to beat Devin. He was never going to beat Loma. He was never going to beat. Only reason why I believe he got the better of T.O. because T.O. fought with his emotions. He was a little bit upset with his situation at the tilt. Clearly some things going on with him and his pops on top of that. And, you know, T.O. do a lot of bad things that if he ain't on his game, he can get taken advantage of. But 2 fights prior to the
Can I respond to that point though, T Hill?
Yeah, go ahead.
And Blue is coming in. This is my premise. So we always have a clear understanding of the Devin situation at 135, right?
Yeah.
Kambosos is not the end all be all, but since we lived through it, we can reference it. We had T.O. who was in a tournament who moved around Devin, didn't want to take that fight.
Absolutely.
We know Tank was even in and around. He was like the mandatory for the WBC. He went to, he went and fought Gamboa. He didn't take the fight, right? Now, or even look to pursue the fight when Devin was at the weight. Now, whether or not after the Loma fight, Espinoza wanted to fight, whatever the case may be, whoop-de-whoop, they didn't make the fight. And also Lomachenko, who was unified, he fought Luke Campbell and then he took franchise, so he didn't take the Devin fight. So all of that, the 3 other top guys at the weight class, they were not looking to fight Devin. So he subsequently had to fight George. This wouldn't even be an argument if T.O. didn't fight George and lose.
And George was looking for somebody else too. He ain't gonna give Devin a fight.
Well, listen, hold on. Here's the thing too. Like to bring it back around. You gotta remember, and I thought it was really fucked up. Like however you see how I look at Devin, I really thought it was messed up that they making Devin fight for being the WBC champion when they was like trying to act like they was giving it to. Remember, ESPN was like, it's undisputed, and Devin is like, yo, I have the WBC belt. Like they did it to Devin twice. Like so. That's why I like, you know, when it comes to the, like, I was having an argument with somebody else.
WBC tried to play him, called it the Pride Belt.
Twice.
They didn't try to paint my brother with a rainbow belt.
That was like so when Devin when Devin seen that Kambosos had the other 3 belts, he was like I'm like nope. Because remember,
you saw fool.
I mean, but listen, how don't you when Tank, you got the only other belt, right? Tank's got the WBA regular. Tank said, I'll fight Kambosos. They can keep them damn belts. I don't care. Of course, Devin like, nigga, the money nigga say he don't even want the belts. I'm definitely I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you.
No, what I'm not assaulting Devin. I think Devin would have spoke to you.
That makes you lineal. That makes you lineal.
Take him send a contract to anybody. And he ain't sending the contract.
Like that's not the question though. That makes you lineal in the division. Nobody, like I don't think you have to like when I was saying to B3 is I don't think B3, I didn't think I needed to help you because if you're undisputed, how are you not lineal? Like you're not the man in division. You're not the cash cow. Whereas as far as do anybody want to fight me? No. Why? Because they know what it's gonna be and how you have to do it. So until you go in there and fight him and beat him, 35, yeah, he ran it. He got the 40. He beat Rougarou. He's supposed to fight Ryan at 40. We saw the debacle. Catch weight with Ramirez. Then he goes up and fight Brian.
Now, no, hold on. All that's well and good, Smoke, but the premise is the Devin's reign at 135. Some people do not believe he was the man of the division because Tank was there. It's just that simple.
His reign at 135 was he won undisputed. He defended undisputed twice. Not to mention defending the WBC championship as many times as he did. You can say
about 7 times.
I mean, you can make a case for that if you want to, but when like a lot of guys don't defend undisputed a lot. So Devin,
did you say when Devin moved up to 135?
No, we're just talking about 135.
You're just talking about 135.
We're not talking about anything else.
I was just talking about undisputed more so, man, because with all due respect, I thought he lost to Ice Hawkins. I thought he lost to Mickey Bay. I thought he was given both decisions because they was trying to track him. I thought that, he got his ass whooped by Devin twice. I thought that he lost. Who did he fight after that? Matthew Hughes.
Did he beat T.O.?
He beat T.O. It was close, but he beat T.O.
That's where he put him. That's where like you see, like here's the thing, right? And
who y'all talking about?
We
Kambosos.
Remember Chico? Kambosos?
No.
I mean Kambosos. Hitchison also beat Kambosos too.
No.
Yeah, he lost. Oh, go ahead, Smoke. My bad.
He beat. See what we talking about at 35, right? When the reason why Shakur wanted to beat Devin so bad because he felt like Devin was the man. At a certain point,
he had all the belts.
He had all the belts, right? So what I'm saying is, right, is that earlier, just like I'm talking about, I was bringing back to Charlo. Charlo lost every belt being stripped, also paying all his sanctioning fees. He got stripped, and they telling the nigga the week of he getting stripped. But he I paid y'all. Anyway, because we didn't even know the champions at 54, but Zoo. Everybody still thought Charlo had all the belts until you went and looked at it and was like, when was this fight that he got stripped? And that fight was made that week, just like the week of the fight. For some reason, when Boots fought Stanionis, it was for lineal. It's not our fault or anybody else that they wanted to do that. So Charlo literally should be still lineal at 54. And if Tyson Fury can live off of that shit and come back and make mega fights, why can't Charlo come back and claim his throne?
I mean, he can. You got to fight for it.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he can. He trying to fight Bud though.
He said Boots, right there. He said Boots, Fundora. Yeah, but I mean, I heard but if Bud come back, it ain't gonna be for Charlo. Definitely not. It'll definitely be that Canelo fight, and then he'll definitely re-ride back into the sunset with a whole bunch of money. But other than that, I don't see not no Charlo. It'll be Charlo come back, need to worry about. He said he want Boots, Xander. Who was Virgil?
My bad, I was on mute. My bad. Let me do this, Smoke, since we here.
He said Spence too.
We got somebody got a little feedback going, so we gotta mute up. But now I'm gonna run this down, Smoke, right?
All right, go ahead.
And just keep it and this is all 135 word. Now we got to understand where we starting from. 2018, so this was 7 years ago, 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
Now, and we was talking, Coach Eddie, he's been emphatic about this pretty boy Floyd.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's leave out of Mexico, and this is the run, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, 32-2, Mason Menard, TKO stoppage. Juan Carlos Burgo, the next fight. Now, we know Juan Carlos Burgo. That was Andy Cruz's introduction into the pro game. He went 10 rounds UD, came back and fought Endong Denny. We all know Endong Denny from fighting Murataya, Tito Mercado, all these guys. 25-0, 10-round UD Endong Denny. And now just to give everybody the premise, this is a 19-year-old Devin Haney. Some of these guys are still fighting established fighters right now. We're talking about 19 years old. Then after Endong Denny, he fought Antonio Moran, stopped Antonio Moran, a knockout of the year.
That's his last knockout.
That was his last knockout. But then the competition picked up because after that, he became a world champion when he stopped Abdullayev, who Murataya just went 12 rounds with in 2025. Devin stopped him, broke a bone in his face in 2019. That was literally 6 years ago. After that, he beats Alfredo Santiago, a tough Puerto Rican fighter who we know is still active and pretty much almost in title contention at 140. This was almost 7 years ago now, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, 30-3, Gamboa. Gamboa did have 3 losses, but he UD Gamboa.
Mm-hmm.
He UD Jorge Linares, a 3-division world champion. After that, he came back. He UD Joseph Diaz, a champion, Olympian, amateur standout. After Jojo Diaz, he beat unified champion George Kambosos twice, and then came back and beat future Hall of Famer Lomachenko, gold medalist, 3-division world champion, right?
Okay.
So
Okay. Hold on.
So you can't tell me from 19 to 20 23 years of age, that was only so that's 5 years from 2018 to 2025. You can't tell me that's not a more impressive run than a lot of these dudes at 135. Just off of 135, Smoke, talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Okay, this one I'm gonna say, right? Every great fighter has a lot of fluff, a lot of unknown guys.
You know every name, no Smoke?
I don't know every name.
What name I name you don't know?
Until you said Moran, I know Moran, and then after that, when you got to Jojo Diaz, you forgot the Gamboa fight, like those, like, but there's certain fights, right? But like a lot of them got but that don't matter. That don't change the fact of what I think Devin is a fighter. Here's the problem that I have with Devin. I would love to see Devin finish people.
We got one single critique.
That's the critique.
If it was the same resume, but 8 or 9 of these guys got stopped, they would be putting Devin Haney in the Hall of Fame. He wouldn't have to fight no more. They would be like, that brother, he did his thing.
How to stop? Like,
I understand.
When you got him, like, okay. Like I said, when he had Brian Norman in position, he should have finished him.
They can't. That's my premise, though, Kerry. They can't be C-level wins. He's doing it at 19 years of age, 20 years of age. A lot of those guys he's still fighting are still active, competing for secondary titles. Antonio Moran wobbling Andy Cruz. Giving Jermaine Ortiz a tough fight. Like, you got Alfredo Santiago. Abdullayev just fought Raymond Murataya at 135 for the interim title for him to be the world champion. So
But
that's what I'm saying. We gotta
still
look at
C-level
the
guys.
context
So,
is that the 135 run, and somebody said that he should have been up, he should have moved up and all this other stuff. Yeah, he was doing it at 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's the age that he was at,
but those
135.
are still C-level fighters. Just because he was young and he was fighting them doesn't make their grade higher. It just means he was fighting guys at a younger age. They still C-level fighters. You don't
But
get a higher grade.
Are you
time
trying
and
to say
time again in the
nobody
sport
else?
of boxing,
Are you
we
trying to
see
say
young
nobody else
guys
did
get
something
tripped up,
comparable?
lose fights. That's what
Is
I'm
that what you're
saying.
trying to say?
I've always put a premium on guys that can win fights.
Are you trying to say that nobody's done something comparable to that? Are you trying to say that? That's what you're trying to say?
Free went out on mine. Y'all still hear Free?
Yeah, I hear. I hear Shelton.
Hold on, let me refresh. I don't hear Mr. Show.
Yeah.
What
Is he trying to say that nobody else has done something comparable to that? Is that what he's trying to say?
No, he's saying those guys that Devin fought at like 19 to 23, those guys are still fighting guys that are credible now. But that doesn't mean that those guys' grades go up. It just means those were good competition for Devin and nice test for Devin to see where he's at in his career. But it doesn't mean that the competition goes up. It doesn't mean that their grade goes up. It just means that's a test for Devin. Was he able to pass that test? They gave him another guy. See if he was able to pass that test. But the grade doesn't go up. Those are still C-level fighters.
But
I think the best guy
you know all the
doing that
guys though.
run.
That's what I was saying.
Hold on. I think the best guy doing that run was probably Linares, and he was past it.
Didn't Linares also lose
Loma's
prior
on
to
that run too.
Prior to that fight, didn't Linares lose like 4 of his last 6 by knockout as well too?
Besides Loma, you gonna tell me Antonio Moran was a better fighter, T Hill, than Linares? I don't think so.
Oh no. I thought Moran was his best performance, bro.
No. I'm not talking about performance.
I agree. I don't believe he's a better fighter than Linares. No, but at the time,
Linares was coming off a 4th round stoppage. Yes, he had lost 2 years prior to fighting Devin. He lost to Pablo Cesar Carnot, and then a year before that, he lost to Lomachenko. But he was coming off a stoppage win, and then he got the Devin fight.
Yeah, I don't think at any point was he ever going to be a problem to Devin. I don't think that. I don't think that any time.
But that's to Devin's credit.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's to Devin's credit. That's to Devin's
Agreed.
credit. Yeah.
I think that like when people give a little bit of a contention to certain things, people take it personal. Like Devin better than them guys. Period. Point blank. You know, I think he better than Loma, especially at that division. I think Loma really shouldn't have been at 135, but at the same time, you know,
he was there.
I thought Devin shouldn't have been at 35 neither. I thought Devin should have been gone a long time ago. And you know, he's breaking his body to fight. And you could see that was part of the struggle in the fight. But that being said, man, I mean, all I was talking about was Kambosos. Now, Kambosos won a split. Go ahead.
I just don't like when, you know, people can talk about the age, 20, 23, 19. Sugar Ray Leonard was 24 and Thomas Hearns was 22. And they was the cream of the crop. So I don't care about the age shit. That shit don't matter.
Well, neither one of them are no fighter we mentioned now.
The emphasis is it's impressive, Mr. Moore, because we feel like you doing great things out of your prime. Like their prime would typically be with like 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, but other people have done that.
It's more impressive when you can do things.
You can't make it sound like he's the only person that's done that because it's been done before. He's not the only person to do that.
And they should get full credit. But the people we comparing them to have not. The person we comparing him to now, today, was Pretty Boy Floyd. That's the only reason the conversation came up. And at age 27, looking at what Floyd has done versus looking at what Devin has done by the age of 27.
Well, Floyd, you can't really compare him to that because By the time Floyd was 27, he had fought a bunch of killers. I can't say Devin fought a bunch of killers.
Devin fought Loma, and that's a quality win right there. I give you that.
But that's one. How many have Floyd?
But you gotta look at who Floyd beat for his first world title. He beat a long reigning champion. He beat the reigning champion for his first.
Gennaro Hernandez.
None of these ninjas today are on Floyd's level. Not in the ring, not who he fought. It's not even close.
Yeah, well, you listen to some of these content creators, they are.
That's true, but that being said, Devin done did some serious stuff in his career, and you need to be acknowledged for it. But like the rest of his contemporaries, they need to make these fights, because that's how you get total acknowledgement for it. And we're not getting these fights. Instead, we're getting fights like. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So when Devin, huh?
I just want to say this real quick. Before you go. B3. Zab Judah won undisputed when he was 27 years old.
And Devin won when he was 22. 5 years before Zab.
Go ahead, Blue Hustle, man.
So I hear what you guys are saying, about, Devin. He does deserve his flowers. He does deserve his flowers, but I want to say this, though. This is what I do want to say. We all talk about we want to see him fight the best. You know what I'm saying? These fighters need to fight each other. I'm just kind of curious. So when the opportunity really ran down, like if that would have been, here's a scenario. Devin's in the ring with his dad. He just beats Lomachenko. No, was it Regis or Loma? It was Regis, right? He just beats Regis. Was it Regis or Loma? And then Shakur hopped in the ring. I can't recall which fight it was. Which fight was it? I'm asking you guys.
That was the Loma fight.
Okay. I thought it was Loma, but I just wanted to make sure. Anyways, what I'm saying is this: that there is a situation where Devin's not even trying to even look at this man Shakur.
Blue. I just realized what you was trying to do. What are you talking about right now?
Well, what I'm talking about is the one fight that I want to see regardless.
Your boy, hold on. Your boy had missed weight. Now everybody crying and complaining over Keyshawn. This brother,
whoa. It don't matter about him missing weight. The man hopped in the ring with him, and then he ran.
Meaning that he lost his belts on the scale. Man, you move up a weight class. You ain't moving up as nobody that's doing anything. You moving up as a guy who lost his damn belts.
I come on the panel and this nigga Blue is already hating.
You ain't coming up as no mandatory like that.
Stop it, Blue. Because I'm not even going to go all the way back with Shakur lost his belt on the scale. We can go right now, today. Shakur said he is letting Keyshawn go for that fight. Shakur is not trying to fight Devin. Shakur is trying to fight.
The reason why, y'all not going to do this. Y'all need listen. Anyways, y'all ain't gonna do this. The reason why he did that because he fought Tio, and Devin wanted. Devin, listen. You just cutting me off, and you're not letting me talk.
You're wrong,
Devin. Anyways, Tio, Shakur took Tio out. Now, Keyshawn wants Devin. So the way I'm looking at it like this: if Keyshawn goes up there, fights Devin, and he loses to him, now Shakur goes and fights him and takes him out. What are you talking about?
Why are you saying Shakur? Why are you saying Devin Haney?
Shakur went up for him. Keyshawn called out Devin. Shakur can go fight him. You already did it.
Are you eating?
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead. Let Mark get in, Blue.
Why are you trying to slander Devin Haney, Blue?
What? What are you
said
talking
that man
about?
don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Bro, that is not slander. What the? You better break down your
Now, and that's
definitions,
what
my
he's
friend.
saying. He's saying that he didn't want to fight Shakur 135. That was his premise.
Man, listen here. That
That fight could have
punk
happened right
Shakur
then.
Stevenson. Hold
Man,
on a
that punk
second.
Devin
Hold on a
Haney,
second.
you
Hold on
slandering
a
the call on
second.
the punk.
That punk Shakur Stevenson stepped
Oh
into
my
the ring
gosh.
talking cash shit. He came to Devin Haney's party with that cake talking about signing the contract. Devin Haney sent his little whole ass a contract offering more money he ever
What
made in his
contract did he
career,
send him?
and the nigga turned it down.
So
Punk,
what? So he's supposed to
clout
get 8
chaser,
million and Washington's
liar.
getting 16 million. So they're getting 24 million for
Lies,
that
Blue.
punk? No, they're getting
Lies.
24 million for
Blue.
You
that
just
fight.
a
Lies, Blue.
you just a Haney hater. You a Haney hater. You
No,
were
you
talking
a
about
Shakur
Brian
hater.
Norman
You
was
are a
gonna put Devin
Shakur
Haney to
hater.
bed.
You are a Shakur hater.
You were saying that
Hey, I
Brian
said both
Norman
of them
was
can
gonna
win. I
put
said
Devin
no.
Haney to
Difference
bed.
between me and you is I can sit there and put it to Jack. I can tell the way that each fighter could win the fight, and the way that I predicted Devin won. He won in that fashion. So what are you talking about?
He was supposed
Then
to
you
take
remember
whatever Devin
hold
Haney
on,
offered him.
All you do with your hating ass. All
You
you do
remember
with your
what that
hating ass
punk
is say,
Shakur said? You remember what that punk Shakur said? Oh yeah, they sent me a contract, but I don't think they really want to fight. I don't think they could
Right.
really make the
no,
weight.
what he
Take
said
the
is, what he
I
said
contract,
is
didn't
that
punk
wasn't
ass
enough
know.
nigga.
money, my nigga.
Stop
You
clout
know
I
that's
chasing.
didn't
100% low ball.
say
25%, you know that's
Man,
a
ain't no
low ball.
fucking low ball. That nigga never.
he should have took whatever they offered, Blue.
Hold up. Hold up, man. Hold up.
Plenty of times I've said
Hey,
that
hold on, hold
over
on,
and
hold on,
over.
hold on.
I
Hold
think
on,
he
Hold
should
y'all.
have
up.
Hold on,
took
hold
the,
on, hold on,
the
Blue. Hold on,
call
Blue.
is what? The
Relax.
call
Y'all
is
gotta
what?
relax. Y'all have to
Hold
relax. This is
I ain't
B3SB
gonna
and
stand for the
Marky.
slander.
Calm
on, Blue.
down.
There
Hold
ain't
on,
no
Blue.
slander, but you can slander somebody.
Hold on,
Golly.
Blue. Hold on, Blue. You cannot call it a low ball when you don't know how much the money was going to be. He was offering him 25%. He was offering 25%. That was a voluntary fight. Shakur was not the mandatory at the time that they were
He
negotiating the
made
fight.
it. He made it a mandatory though. He
He
made it. He
made
went to the
but
And
sanctioning
what
he
did the
body and he
WBC
made it.
offer
but
him?
hold up,
30%.
hold up.
So
At
what?
that
He agreed
time,
to it. He said, I'll take
at
whatever they
that
give me if it's
time,
30% or 35.
but,
What are you
but
talking about?
hold on, Blue. Let me finish what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, stop talking then. At that time,
Marky, stop in, bro.
that was a voluntary fight. Devin Haney had that fight on the table, and he had the Regis Prograis fight on the table. Shakur kept saying he wanted 50-50. Even when he
Oh
went
my
to
God.
even when
He
he went
said
to the
that.
sanctioning, no, even when he went to the sanctioning body, he asked for 50-50. He said, I will accept whatever you offer, whatever you give me, but I am requesting 50-50. So
It was
he
his
didn't
manager that
want
requested
anything
it, and he's
under
always going to have his
50-50.
best interest, bro. It's called negotiating.
No, he did. He never
Man.
negotiated. He kept saying 50-50. Negotiation
You
means
know what the
I give you a
Blue.
number,
That's not
you give
true.
me a number, then I come back with another number, you come back with another number. He never changed the number. He
Man,
stayed
listen.
at 50-50.
Be free. Be free. We can raise our voice. I understand we all talking with passion. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what, I'm gonna just tell you just like this. It doesn't to me, and this is just my opinion. So I'm allowed to have my opinion just like you guys are. You're allowed to have your opinion. And I'm telling
He
you just
hater.
like this. When you can say whatever you want to say, Marky, but you know how I feel about it. So like I
I love you
said,
to death, but you're
and
wrong.
no, you wrong. Your opinion doesn't mean you're right. You have your
Do you
opinion,
know
and
what
it's
the
it's
split
okay,
was
bro.
between
So
Floyd and Oscar,
no.
Blue?
Let me say. It was
The
allegedly
split
supposed to
was
be what?
90-10, Blue. It was a 90-10 split. So if he really wanted to fight, he just took whatever they offered him.
Yeah.
So like I said, man. Like I said, when he mandated it, he didn't have to. They was going in negotiations. He asked for an extension. They gave him a week to make a decision. Either you're fighting Regis or you're fighting Shakur. You're either going up a weight or you're staying down. He asked for an additional week on top of that. So he got 2 weeks to make a decision. Waited till each day he waited till 14, the 14 days is up and said, no, the last day and said, look, I'm just moving up. So therefore, what I'm trying to say is this: he could have easily stayed there and negotiated with
Because he
Shakur.
didn't have a fight. No, he couldn't have easily done nothing. They gave him 2
Yes, he
weeks.
could.
So in 2 weeks, was
So
Shakur gonna take
yo,
that
what are you talking
25%?
about?
In
So
2
that's
weeks,
not
hold
fight. So B3, fights
hold
will be
on.
made in a
In
week or
2
less time.
weeks, was he gonna accept that 25%?
No.
No, it was 30%. They were saying
Okay,
they
then.
were
So
gonna
it
give
ain't
him.
no fight. It ain't no
I
fight
look
to
at it
stay
this way.
at.
Sitting up
It's
there
no
with
fight to
Kyle
stay at
Anderson.
135 for.
Who
Plain and
came out?
simple.
Who came out on top? Devin Haney going to fight Regis Prograis, becoming a champion at 140, making more money, or Shakur fighting Yoshino or whoever he fought. I think it was
Dos
Yoshino or
Santos.
somebody.
Dos Santos.
And making less
For a
money than he
vacant.
would have made fighting Devin. Who came out on top?
For less
That's
belts
irrelevant,
too.
bro.
For less
That's
belts too,
irrelevant.
Free.
Who
I
came out
mean,
on top?
he ducked him, bro. He ducked him. That's just
He
my
did
No,
not
opinion
no,
of what
duck
it
him,
is.
Blue. You
you
full of
you
crap.
Yes, he
absolutely, you
did.
absolutely,
No,
you
he
absolutely
ducked him.
correct.
He ducked him,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
Absolutely correct.
Hold on one second. Hold on one
In
second.
your
Hold on one
eyes,
second.
in your
If you
eyes,
want to
You
say,
can say
hold on one second.
Shakur
Let me
ducked
just say
him.
this. If you
yeah,
want to
in
say
your
that
eyes,
Devin Haney
he was
ducked him,
Hold
ducking
on, hold
because
if
on.
he
We
Shakur
didn't
can
come
talk
approaches,
it
down.
one at a
Look,
He
time,
man,
y'all.
didn't.
when
Come
He
you
on,
get,
didn't
bro,
when
come.
you,
y'all,
when you get,
let me just say
Yeah,
this.
we over
Y'all
talking
know
each other.
you
look,
know,
Come
y'all
on.
know that y'all know why I'm up here, right? Because the audio sounds horrible and y'all kind of messing up the homie show. Like y'all gotta talk like one at a one
Man,
time. Mark, and you the most out of
Hey,
pocket one,
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark, I'll throw your ass out of here. Listen, we trying to make
man,
some
you do what
money.
you
We
gotta
trying to
do.
build.
Deal with this
We
Haney
building our
hater.
team. If Prize is talking, Prize is talking real stuff. We having good conversation, but we can't talk over each
That's
other.
it.
Come on,
yeah,
Mark. You
that's a
gotta
fact.
understand that.
Just go
Yeah,
one
we
at a
At
trying
the
to
end of
time.
the
build.
That's
day,
it. Period.
We
at the end
not
of
we
the
not
day,
here for our
dog.
help or just
At the end of the day, you can call it
yeah,
ducking
shit. Y'all
on
already know. I'm trying to get to some
both
bread.
sides
So
if
let's
you want.
build.
You can call it ducking on both sides. You could say Devin ducked because he didn't offer him more money. You could say Shakur ducked because he didn't come down on what he was asking for. You could say it was duck on both sides. If you want to say he was ducking, then you got to say both of them was because neither one of them was. Well, I
I
would
can't
say
give it to him. I
I
can't give
would
it to
say
him, fam.
Devin. I would say Devin actually buzzed because Devin came with a flat fee, then he came with a bigger flat fee, and then he came with a percentage. Shakur never changed, so it's more so like Shakur was the one that wasn't trying to negotiate. He was stuck on a figure, and that's all he wanted.
That's not true. That was his team, bro. They got his best interest and his
No, they
team. So
don't.
when it's
No, they
court,
don't.
listen,
No,
yes,
they
they
don't.
do. You're not gonna.
No, they
You can
don't.
say whatever you
Because if
want
he
to.
really
Yes, they
wanted
do.
to
He
fight,
wouldn't deal with
if
him.
he really thought he could beat
That was
Devin,
up to
he should have
Shakur.
took whatever they threw out there and just went up there and
And
whooped
I
his ass.
agree with you. I agree
Okay,
with you. He should have.
hold on.
I
So
agree.
do you think that Boots should have gave Brian Norman more money?
In that fight, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. If he gave it to Stanionis, yeah, I do.
So the
Stanionis had a
man,
belt.
He gave it to
So did
Stan. He gave more
Norman.
money to Stanionis just to
So did
make the
Norman.
fight.
Norman had a belt too.
Yeah, he did. He did have his belt, didn't he?
Yeah, so he
Yeah, he
should have
did.
gave it. He should have, no matter what, he should have gave Norman gave him the extra money that he was asking for and just fought him. He didn't have to give it to Stanionis.
he gave at that
Look,
time. At that time, Brian
you
Norman.
asked me a question and I answered it.
Okay, but I'm just telling you, at that time, Brian Norman hadn't made more than 175,000. He
Doesn't
hadn't made
That ain't
more.
got
matter.
nothing to
It
do with
doesn't
boots. That
matter.
has nothing to
It
do with
doesn't
boots.
matter.
And
That
so
doesn't
That has nothing to
matter.
do with
That
boots.
does not
what I'm telling
matter.
you is
Okay.
he hadn't made more than 175,000. He was offered
Okay.
1.7 million,
Can I
which was
respond to you?
10 times the amount of money he has ever seen. 10
It
Okay.
wasn't
Can I
times.
it
respond,
wasn't
please?
enough
No,
for
no, no.
him.
Hold on.
It
Can I
wasn't enough for
respond,
him.
please? Can I respond, please?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
obviously I can't. Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna say this: that I hear what you're saying, but no matter what, it wasn't that Norman came to them; they came to him and asked him what's up with the fight. They came to him and was trying to get out of this Stanionis fight. That's the reason why the price was
That, it
we
wasn't.
were put in a position. So
That's what you're
therefore, what
wrong
I'm
at.
saying to you is this: hold on, see this is what I'm talking about.
You're wrong because he wasn't trying to get out of Stanionis fight.
What?
He wasn't trying to
He
get out of
paid
a
him. He paid him.
Stanionis fight. He was trying to.
If
Hearn was
Eddie
trying.
Hearn would have paid the money, I know exactly how it went, fam. If Eddie
No,
Hearn would have paid
you're
that money,
actually you're wrong. Eddie Hearn was trying
how?
to get
No,
out
I'm
of a.
not.
Dog, Eddie Hearn
Go
was
ahead, go
trying to
ahead, go
get.
ahead.
He was
Both of
trying
you
to
are
get.
wrong.
Dog,
Both of you are wrong.
I'm about to tell you how you wrong. Eddie Hearn was trying to get out of a current fight, not a Stanley Ellis fight.
Both of you are wrong because whatever it was, the offer wasn't enough for the Normans. That's the bottom line.
Eddie Hearn was trying to get
It
out of
wasn't
a
enough.
current fight,
I don't give
not
a
Stanley
fuck
Ellis.
if
He
it was
fought
20.
Stanley Ellis after
I don't
that.
give a fuck if it was 20 times
That's right.
more
I
than
didn't
he
mean
ever
it. I
made.
didn't mean. Hold on. I admit when
I
I'm
don't care if
wrong.
it
So
was
this is
20
different.
times more than he never made. It wasn't enough.
It was. He was trying to get out of. Yes, he didn't want to pay that money. He didn't want to pay the money for the fight when it came to carrying. That's what it was. I didn't mean to
That's
say
why they lost
the
that
other
purse
gentleman.
bid, Blue.
So what I'm saying
It
is, but
wasn't
hold
Stanley Ellis.
on. No, but no matter what, that's why the Normans was in play, and that's what I was trying to say. The Normans was in play because of that situation. And if he would have just basically offered him a little bit more money, he could have just. They wouldn't have had to worry about that
No,
fight.
because
The fight would have happened.
they actually made more money by fighting Kern because they didn't have to give Kern 1.7. So they actually made money by fighting Kern instead of fighting Brian Norman. So it was
Well, good for
actually
him.
better for Eddie Hearn to fight Kern because he didn't have to pay. He didn't have to pay 1.7.
Good for him.
Remember, Kern won that purse bid. Their team won that purse bid. The team won the purse bid. So he
Good
didn't
for
have to
him.
pay for it. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever
So
it was,
it actually came out better for Eddie Hearn for fighting the Kern. They just wanted a bigger fight. Well, Eddie just wanted a bigger fight because the whole talk between Jerome and his father,
the
they kept
Normans.
saying, I don't know what y'all talking about. We're fighting Kern next. We're fighting
Well,
Kern
no
next. They
matter
was
what,
already
no
set on
matter
fighting
what, they're
Kern.
lowballing. They made it very
no matter
clear that
what,
they wanted to fight.
yeah.
They made it very clear that they wanted to fight with the Normans, but then all of a sudden they just didn't want to pay him. They didn't want to pay him. That's what it is.
Eddie
That's
didn't
But
what
want
I'm
to
with
happened.
pay
I'm
him.
kind of with
Okay.
P Free. The man
So
never
he
made
was.
more than
So the Normans was
170,000.
The Normans was asking for more
Listen.
money. Hold on, let me get my point across, and then you guys have it. The Normans was asking for more money because the simple fact is they were coming to them to get them out the fight, and Norman knew that. The senior knew that, so he was like, "Look, if you want the fight, you're just asking for the fight. I'm helping you out. I'm helping you. So just give me a little bit more money because I want my son to be able to actually make $1 million off one fight."
His son didn't make $1 million
Look, here's the
off of
bottom
one
line.
fight.
Here's the
It
bottom
doesn't
line.
matter.
Y'all talking about
That's
the
what he was looking
170
for.
that he never made this and he never made that. Bottom
Yeah,
line
what
is
are you
whatever the
talking
fuck
about? I'm just
Eddie
putting it
offered
out there
him,
for what the fact was.
whatever the fuck Eddie offered him wasn't enough. That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
Wasn't enough.
facts. And that's why I
Yeah,
say that.
but when you say that Devin is ducking Shakur right now today, that is not true. He's not.
No,
He's not.
I'm not saying that. Hold on. I never said that he's ducking Shakur. I said back then.
He didn't duck
When
Shakur back then. And you just
listen. We can agree to disagree. We just need to move on. You have your opinion about it. I have my opinion about it. It just is what it is. So what I'm gonna say to you is this: I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But now in the situation when it comes to Devin, now when Shakur said, "Look, I'll fight him,"
Are
you
you
know what I'm
picking
saying? Because
Keyshawn to beat Devin, man? That's what the people want to know.
Yes, I am.
oh yeah,
I am.
I am.
And
They
who are
always
you
gonna
pick? Who
pick.
and
They
who?
always gonna pick. They gonna do the same thing like what they picked. Everybody was so sure that Brian Norman was gonna knock him out, and Devin can't
No,
do this, and Devin can't do that. And it's gonna be the same kind of thing.
look. It's
I would
my opinion.
pick
I
you to
feel
beat
like
Devin. Prize. I would pick you to beat Devin.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. We know Devin got options right now.
Just don't bet on it.
What is Shakur going to do?
What you
Whatever
mean
the
he got
fuck he
options? He
want to
can
do
fight
at
Loma.
140.
Exactly, Loma.
Or fight fucking Conor Ben. He can fight Conor Ben.
He can fight Conor Ben. He can fight a
No,
lot of people right now at the
He
140.
can't fight Conor Bennett unless he take the rehydration clause out. And he said, if they're not taking the rehydration clause, then I'm not going up there to fight him.
He's not
So,
fighting.
That's
Hold
not
on,
true.
y'all. Hold on,
Conor Ben
y'all.
said, "Go ahead, PJ."
Hold on, man. We gotta keep it 1,000. Shakur is a legacy fighter, man. This dude is a 4 division champion. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He's not about to fight no Conor Bennett, no BS catchweight for no title. So that's why they're talking about Ryan. If Ryan
Yeah,
wins,
Ryan.
fighting Shakur,
He might do it
Conor
for
Bennett.
money. 3.
Well, that
It
fight
don't
right
even.
there, he
Who's
just wants
gonna
to prove a
who?
point.
That's what
That's
I'm
what it
saying.
is.
Nah, not even that. It's not even a bragging
That's what it
rights fight.
is.
Who cares? Who really
Yeah,
cares about Shakur versus Conor Ben?
yeah, you're right, B3. I don't give a damn about it.
The
No,
UK fans,
nobody's
I'm gonna
asking
say
for
this.
that.
the
I'm gonna tell
UK
you just
fans
like
care
this.
about that.
In UK, that would be a very, very big fight. Very lucrative.
I agree with that.
Very lucrative.
The
Very
UK
lucrative.
fans definitely care about that fight.
And then he went up there and then beat somebody that fought at 160 and went back down to 147. He's only just building his resume up. It's still a good name to have on his
I
resume,
mean,
regardless.
to be honest with you, we
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
agree
mean,
with that.
the way we look at Conor Ben, it might be the same way the UK look at Shakur.
Yeah, it
It
could
might be.
be.
Yeah, I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy. Somebody that's
I'm
never
not.
been a
I'm not.
world
I'm
champion.
not. I'm not
Uh,
saying that they are looking at him like that. I'm just saying we don't know. They could be looking at
it's
Shakur
no
the
way.
same
It's no
way.
way in the world. They look at Shakur as a generational talent. They look at Conor Ben as somebody who can fight, but really he's living off his last name. He's
B3.
not even. He hasn't even fought for a world title. He like
I think he should have.
B3.
So,
Let's keep it. Let's keep it 100. That's how you look at it. You can't speak for how somebody else look at it. You don't know how those
Bro,
people look at Shakur.
we hear UK, man. These UK people, they not dumb and naive. I mean, they gonna
I
support.
didn't say they
People
were,
gonna
but I don't.
support a spectacle, but there's no way in the world you could look at somebody that's accomplished and think of him on the same level as somebody that's not accomplished. They ain't did shit. That's
but his
like that's
name. Okay,
like
okay,
that's like
hold on. B3,
comparing the adult to a child. Your child ain't
B3.
did
What
nothing.
about
Stay in a
Ryan?
child place.
B3. What about Ryan Garcia?
They
He
What
went
about
view
him?
young.
Ryan
What
as
about
a
him?
But he
the
hasn't
lot
won a
of
belt.
Ryan fans view Ryan as a hell of a fighter, and he ain't accomplished nothing.
Listen, look,
That's
B3.
not
Ryan
true.
Garcia is
That's
in the
not
same
true. Because
position
these
as
people
Conor
gonna
Ben.
bring up the Devin Haney fight every day of the week and tell you that's
Hey,
why Ryan's a great fighter.
I give you another example. I give you another example. Virgil Ortiz. They view Virgil Ortiz as a hell of a fighter.
Yep.
He hasn't accomplished
Yep.
anything.
That's another fighter too. I agree.
He hasn't
And he
accomplished
took out a
anything.
gift, free. He got a gift.
Don't he got like a
Dog,
90% KO ratio
he
Yeah, but
hasn't
against
accomplished
and smoke?
anything.
he got
So,
beat up.
But
like I
Shakur's
said,
not talking about fighting Virgil.
Shakur,
No,
hold
you
on.
said
That's fine.
you said that they don't view people like that because they haven't accomplished anything. I'm telling you, they got Virgil ranked #1 at 54. He hasn't been a champion
Yeah, but
ever.
Virgil has been stopping people walking through fighters for years.
But hold
He
on.
didn't already beat the
Hold on.
number one fighter at
Listen.
147 from the UK in Mickelson. And
No,
that wasn't even
listen. At 54, name the top level guy that Virgil has beat at 54.
he beat a former world
Madrimov.
champion in Madrimov.
Name the top guy that Virgil has beat at 54.
When you
He
say
hasn't.
top guy, does that mean the
Wasn't
number
Usman
one? Hold
He
on, y'all.
hasn't.
Usman the number one in
Hold
the
on.
IBF?
He hasn't.
Yeah, he was the number one in the IBF, but Free is talking about the top fighter in the weight class, right?
I'm talking about the
Yes.
top fighters in the weight class, the top 10 fighters in the weight class. Y'all, I keep telling y'all
Okay,
giving
that's
Magnemov.
Madrimov and Lubin and Boachuk.
Hold on.
Come
What has
on, man.
Magnemov done
Bochuk
in his
fight was a
career?
gift. That was a robbery.
What has Magnemov done in his career? When
But
he fought
he
Bud,
stopped Kurbanov and went 12 with Bud. Gave Bud a good fight. What do you want, about 3 rounds off Bud?
when he fought Bud,
I gave him
that
4.
man
I gave him
was
4.
10-0-1.
Yeah, but he had a
He
deep
didn't
amateur
do
resume.
anything. He didn't do anything. So you saying he's a top guy, but he didn't do anything.
He proved to be a
Most
top
people
guy.
don't know anybody that he
He
fought
stopped
outside of Bud
the
and Virgil.
undefeated guy Kurbanov, won a title,
Don't nobody
and he
know who
lost it,
that is.
and he had to defend it against the number one fighter in the world.
Dog, you talking about an undefeated guy that don't nobody know who he is. Anybody on this planet, do y'all know who that is?
I thought
We know who
Carbonaro
Madrimov
was
is.
like a
No, I know we
Italian
know who
meal.
Magnemov is because he fought Bud. I'm talking about the guy that you said that he stopped that was undefeated. Do anybody know who he is?
Oh,
These niggas
that was
don't watch
probably
boxing.
one of
These
them
niggas don't know
Dagestani
boxing.
boys.
Don't nobody know who that is. So like
Y'all
I
don't know boxing.
said, he
It's
got his
okay.
name off of losing
But
to
I see what you
Bud.
like. You don't want to discredit guys. You know, I get it.
He got his name off of losing to Bud. That's what he got his name off of.
You just
He
gotta
lost to
follow
Yeah.
the
Bud.
history. Ain't about discrediting. If you know what happened, then you gonna respect it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
all I'm saying is
But I feel free too. I feel like Virgil hasn't accomplished really much though. You know, he made some good money though. That about in
Ain't
it
none of
for.
those people in my
As far
bad
as the
project. None of
fighting
those
go, he
people in
hasn't.
the UK looking at Conor Ben as no more impressive fighter than Virgil Ortiz. Not even close.
Well, I mean, Virgil Ortiz put maybe like he don't even put butts in the seat. At least Connor could bring
Yeah.
out 60,000 for a
Man, now you
motherfucker. I mean, I'm just
capping,
saying.
bro.
Connor didn't bring out 60,000 people twice. He didn't do that.
60,000.
Yeah, in the Tottenham Stadium.
I don't
He
know,
didn't
man.
do
Let's
that.
look it up, Mark. Just confirm that 60,000.
Well, that
Yeah,
sounds kind of crazy.
60,000. I remember that.
I mean, I
What to him
understand
with
that.
them
I'm
Eubanks
not saying they
fights?
can't do it. Yeah, they probably
Uh,
Yeah, for
did
them
do it
Eubank fight. That
because
lets you know
Fury
that's
did
his ceiling.
90,
What he could bring out. Virgil can't
those
do
and
two.
none of
that's with
that.
another big. But that's with a UK name
Yeah,
storyline.
them two names, and there was a story behind it. That's what that was about.
Come
I
on,
hear you,
y'all.
but still, I'm just saying that he could bring at least 20,000 to the O2. That's all I'm saying. He a seller.
Connor, listen, and nobody in the UK is
Virgil
looking
ain't.
at Connor
Virgil
win
don't
as
got belts. He don't got
no big
accomplishments. He
win.
don't got no set. He's not a seller. He's not none of that.
Listen, Conor Ben is not a big win on. He's a name, a UK name because his last name, but he's not
I
in
don't
essence
disagree.
a big win.
I don't
No,
disagree
it
with you,
just
three.
I
He a
don't
big win for your bank account though, depending
I
know.
on
would
who he
just say
fight.
it's a good win, but I wouldn't be like it's all because I expect Shakur to
It is,
dog
does
walk
that
him
does that
anyway.
move Devin Haney up the pound for pound rankings? He beat Conor Ben.
Nah, I mean, I thought Peter Dobson could have got a draw against Conor Ben. I'm
I
not
would
saying
say
like he's
no.
one of the
Actually,
best
I would
guys.
say yes, it will. I would say yes, it will because
I don't
how
think
a
so.
lot of Conor Ben now and our pound for pound. If you do your own pound for pound, it probably doesn't move them. But in boxing, it will move Devin Haney up on the pound for pound because how they view Conor Ben.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's the ring and working in
Hey, if
Conor
he
Ben,
conjunction
get
with
in
listen,
Turkey
there
and that.
with Ryan, it definitely move him up in the pound for pound list. We know that
I
for
mean,
I
yeah,
sure.
for
think he
sure.
high up there now.
I mean,
Ryan, they gonna put Ryan in there probably if he stop Barrios.
Man, are you kidding?
probably,
I
probably.
don't know about that, but if that
It
fight
might.
happens and he gets the rematch and he beats him, he's
Hey,
definitely
I'm.
going all the way
I
up in the power for
I
pound
could
list.
see Max Kellerman
I
actually
would
saying
I
that
wouldn't doubt
numbers.
it because of the simple fact that
Yeah.
Ryan will be becoming a WBC champion for the first time in his career. So I wouldn't doubt that they put him on a pound for pound. Now I would say it doesn't want of a pound for pound ranking, but I wouldn't doubt it because out the industry rules guys differently. They go off of who they like. They don't go off of what we see on film and what we see in the ring. They go off of who they like, who they want to push. Because Ryan is a guy that got a lot of followers, they want to push him. They think his name and his statue can carry the sport. They think a guy like Conor Ben, because he's from the UK, he got a lot of fans in the UK, he can carry the sport. So if Devin Haney beats a Conor Ben, I think the boxing industry will move Devin Haney up on a pound for pound. I think if Ryan beat Mario Barrios, he might get put on a pound for pound ranking.
Salute to Angie, baby.
Yeah, well, they might as well put Rolly in
Appreciate you,
there.
Angie.
Then. They gonna do all that. What's up, Angie? They might
Hey,
as
Right.
well
if
go
If
ahead and
Rolly
Devin
put
got
if
some
Rolly.
Devin
game.
on Devin on there,
If Roddy beat Manny Pacquiao, if Roddy fight Manny Pacquiao and he beat Manny Pacquiao or knock Manny Pacquiao out on a pound for pound list.
Man, I hope somebody hit him with a bottle if he hurt Manny.
That's crazy.
he just look old, Kerry. It's like he been
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Pacquiao look
Uh,
like an old monk or something. He need to go sit down before he get
Man,
unalive, bro.
y'all better stop
Man,
that,
I
man.
don't
Let
want
that man.
Manny
He
to
getting
get
in the
that.
ring and he fighting. He
I don't
getting in
want
the
Manny
ring
to
and
get that
fighting,
you
belt.
man.
gonna give Devin Haney credit for fighting Pacquiao?
Hey, look,
Nope.
he getting the ring with him. He's getting in the ring, man.
Stop
That's
it.
the
Stop
name
the
on his
cap,
Nah,
resume.
man.
bro.
Nah, you
Stop the
capping
People
cap,
now.
don't.
bro. You gonna
Yeah,
say
I
No,
he
wasn't
was an
riding with
old
you,
man
man,
and
man.
he
bro.
did what he was
Look, you
supposed to
guys
do?
Nah,
gotta,
I'm
Stop it.
you
already
guys
here,
gotta
Blue.
listen. You guys gotta start putting feelings into this. I'm not. I'm being realistic. People are gonna say what they say. People are still gonna say, "Hey, it was still a good name." I mean, come on, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
wouldn't
hell of
mind
a
if you go in
name.
there and beat him up.
But Blue, you gonna say, oh, Devin Haney's ducking this
They don't
guy.
I
look
He's
can't
at
hear
fighting an
how
y'all.
old
Y'all
Manny
talking over
Pacquiao.
each other. Y'all talking over each other. I can't
Look at
understand.
the name. They don't look at the time. They don't look
Thank you.
at
They're not.
when you fought them. They look at the fact that that was manufactured. It's just like if Floyd Mayweather come back right now and somebody fight Floyd, even though Floyd is 49 years old, if somebody fight Floyd and they beat Floyd, they're gonna be like, oh, he beat Floyd. He the first person to ever beat Floyd. But Floyd is 49 years old.
Hell, he's not gonna get no credit. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. What that or no? Did he get a draw against Mike Tyson? Or did he beat him?
I beat him.
Yeah, I mean that don't do nothing for Jake Paul. He still don't get no respect. We still talk about him like he a punk.
Cause he is.
I don't disagree, Tommy Hill.
He is a bum. Now we talking about boxers. I'm not gonna call a lot of them bums, but he is. And your boy Mike Tyson was paid not to throw punches. That being the case, I love to see Devin get in the ring with Pacquiao. It's gonna boost his damn what's the name up now. Is it a good fight? Hell nah, it's a trash ass fight. For anybody that get in the ring with him right now, it's a trash ass fight.
Yeah.
It will bring views, though.
I think Manny might still got it. I think
You think he beats? You think he beats Devin?
Devin Haney will beat him up brutally, Mark. You can't be serious.
I mean, listen. Have you ever heard?
He might stop Manny.
Have you ever heard of the greatest story ever told?
That will be the
It's called
that will
Manny
be the
Pacquiao.
first fight that I say I got Devin by stoppage. If he fights Manny Pacquiao,
Right.
that will be the first fight that I would say I got Devin by stoppage.
Everybody said the same thing when that old man went in there against Keith Thurman. Look what happened there.
No.
I'm just saying.
We talking about 7 years later or 6 years later.
Everybody said the same thing when Manny Pacquiao moved up and fought De La Hoya. I'm just saying.
When Devin signed,
Nah, I didn't say that. I knew he was gonna kill him.
Y'all was all saying, the narrative when Devin signed to fight Loma was he only fight old men.
I knew Pacquiao was gonna smoke De La Hoya. I thought Oscar was crazy for fighting him.
Loma was 35 years old when Devin fought him. He wasn't no 46, 47 years old.
Right.
We're talking about a whole 10 years. He talking about 10
That's
years
what I'm
older,
saying.
dog. Like I said, that would be the first fight that I would say I got Devin by stoppage. If he fights Manny Pacquiao, I got Devin by stoppage. I'm
gonna
on
just
record
be
telling
honest.
you that.
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think, and I love Devin Haney. I don't think Devin Haney got the nuts to stop Manny Pacquiao.
Stop, Mark.
Nah,
man, stop it.
Pickle pulling with two hands right now.
Marky, have you been taking edibles today?
Nah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah.
Mark been smoking crack. After edible.
You've been smoking Sherm, boy, and drinking rum.
I don't know what the hell Marky talking about right now. He's talking about he ain't got the nuts.
It's okay. Everybody said that Muhammad Ali couldn't beat Leon Spinks the second time. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay.
Hold on, man. I fell out, man. Marky, you cutting up? What did you say, bro?
Marky said Devin
I said Devin Haney don't got the nuts to stop Manny Pacquiao.
I'll take that friendly 50.
I'll take
Let
that
him line
friendly
it up.
52. Make it a friendly 100. How about that?
How about it?
I got the friendly 100 as well.
All right, friendly 100 for free. Friendly 100 for 3. Anybody else? Who else? Who else?
Micah. I put 50 on it.
That's a friendly. Okay, a friendly 50. I got 250 thus far on the Devin Haney not stopping Manny Pacquiao. Who else?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is if they make that fight, please make sure you pay your rent or your mortgage before that fight come up, because you ain't gonna have it on payday.
That nigga gonna give you that island cash, hey dog. You gonna be getting paid in rum, nigga.
Got the nuts to stop Manny Pacquiao.
Listen. He
Because you ain't gonna have it when it's time to pay rent. It's gonna be your money gonna be short.
Man, I own my goddamn house, Frilio. I don't pay rent.
Whatever, rent, mortgage, whatever you got, make sure it's paid up in advance.
well, that's good. Hold on, we getting all that. So you don't have no mortgage. That's what we want to hear.
My mortgage only 800. I have my 50.
So let's make sure that 100's coming through.
That's what's up,
Oh,
Mark.
and
Yeah.
Carrier, we locked in on a fantasy fight, something that Manny Pacquiao would never do. Sean Gibbons is trying to wait on Floyd to see if Floyd is gonna come out of retirement.
Angie,
Some
baby, I
goofy
put niggas
situation.
in debt. I'm not in debt. I put niggas in debt. Ask about me.
I don't know who you put in debt. So I gotta ask. Tell
These
Me and
streets
Marky,
just got out
me,
from under
Marky,
me.
me. Hold on. You ain't never been on top of me, fag.
Pause. Oh, no diddy.
Yeah,
That was
don't
crazy.
be. Yeah, so you better check yourself. And we got everything squared because your Eagles couldn't get past the 49ers.
Whatever. If I didn't
Where did
have a
that come from?
crybaby named AJ Brown, we might have did. But hey, it is what it is. It's okay.
Where did that come
And
from?
he always want to disrespect AJ Brown, man. Like AJ Brown is the problem.
AJ Brown always want to disrespect us.
Nigga say, "Oh, you ain't never been on top of me." Whoa, let's clear that up right
That
now.
was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a pretty wild pause. Like, that was a pretty wild pause, bro. But the point still stands.
I don't normally play the pause game, but that deserves a pause moment.
Yeah, it's wild, Mark.
The point still stands. The friendly 50s usually come my way. I got a thing when it comes to luck.
So let me just, before we pivot, let me just say, AC, if they make that fantasy fight, we locked in on a friendly 50. Now Kerry is actually a real person. Pays up. Good guy.
Decent guy. Decent guy.
Yeah. So I want people to know that people be seeing Kerry in the comments and thinking he's
They
not a
think he
real
fake,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how this guy know everything about everything, comment on everything.
He watching
I
sports.
thought
They
Carrier
be
might be
thinking
a
he a
high
bot.
school kid. I thought Carrier might be a high school kid who like to listen to boxing, but I think he grown now. Now that we know he paid bets. He got bread.
Yeah, he got bread. He got bread. He ain't one of these guys that's gonna run off on you and be missing and everybody be mad. Like, man, I ain't seen my homeboy.
He ran off with the check. That's
He
crazy.
ran off.
He ran off with the check.
Now, let me say this, y'all. We've been here 3 hours and 30. It's going on 4. We didn't had a great show. It's been a good live. We got a long week ahead of us. Before we get out of here, is anybody picking Barrios over Ryan Garcia?
I am.
I
I don't believe in Ryan Garcia at all.
I got a 50.
Hey, Marcus, so we locking in a friendly 50 on Ryan? I got Ryan.
Hell no. I don't bet on women beater / drug cheats. I don't bet on those.
He dropped out Nevada. I don't know.
He say that's a standard. That's your standard. Okay.
Yeah, I don't bet on domestic abusers. I don't do that.
That's wild.
I got it even. It might turn out to be a draw. I got it 50-50.
Would you imagine that 3 draws in a row for Barrios would be crazy.
I don't trust Ryan, and I don't trust Mario Barrios. So nope. I don't know who won that fight.
But Barrios seemed like he should have more experience and skills to win. He should win. He's been in the ring with the bigger names, the bigger punchers. He's been stopped. He's won some. He should have enough will to beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia tired and all. And Ryan Garcia look all souped up again. So I don't know how's the drug test.
My thing is, after what Rolly did, Rolly won with such a simple game. Like all Rolly did was hold his right hand up, pump the jab out, and occasionally throw a hard right hand to back him off, and then tie him up when he got on the inside. That's all Rolly had to do.
Rolly a big young bull, Mark. You feel me?
Barrios is a big kid.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I think Barrios should win this fight.
Me too.
If Ryan don't got drugs in his system.
Yeah. Because he looked all juiced up. Because if you notice him in that Rolly fight, his body looked way different than it did against Devin.
Yeah.
No, I will agree with that. The energy and the energy that I'm getting from Ryan is the same energy that he gave us when he was fighting Devin. So I mean, who knows? Ryan could go in there.
Crackhead energy.
And Ryan dropped out of Nevada 360. So
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow.
That's
That's why
when
I
I
said. That's why I say he looked all souped up.
Ryan has been in 2 months, a little under 2 months of testing for this
I
fight.
was about to say he dropped out earlier this year, but he's back in VADA testing.
Last year, free. After the Rolly fight, he came
Yeah.
out of testing and they resubmitted in December, sometime in December. So he's gonna have about less than 60 days of testing.
Yeah, he's been in VADA. He's been in VADA.
Yeah. So
that's crazy that we even got to talk about
definitely.
that.
I thought Bartlett was gonna smoke him until I heard that he dropped out of the, you know what I'm saying, the 360 testing. Because now I'm feeling like he got some of his training off with the drugs. You know, that's it don't go away. It don't go away right away. It don't go away.
That brother, he made 149 like a few days ago. Like he's right where he ready to
Yeah,
be.
because he probably had that Ostarine.
Listen, it's a lot of money
Allegedly.
on the line. That's what happened. That's what I didn't counter out with the Devin Haney
Or
situation.
them beef Mexican tacos, prize.
Listen, it's a lot of bread at stake.
He missed weight.
Golden Boy and these guys, they're not playing around with their money.
And Ryan is really golden. Ryan is outside of maybe Zerto. Ryan is Golden Boy's last real ace. Like he's their last big seller. That's it. If Ryan go out there and get beat, or God forbid he go out there and get stopped, I don't know what Oscar's gonna do.
Hey, Marky, what weight class is he campaigning in?
His own
147.
147. Who's the king of 147 right now as we speak?
In a lot of people's opinions, Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, right? And that's gotta make right. I don't think they're gonna blow this opportunity, bro. I think he's coming in there to make sure that they get that fight, because once he does that, then there ain't no dispute who is actually ruling 47. Because right now, many people gonna say it's Devin Haney because of the disparity.
You think
that the biggest storyline for you?
I think they are moving towards the ball.
I mean, T Hill, is that the biggest storyline, or is the Shakur fight anything supersede that?
Shakur not bigger than Ryan Devin. The only fight bigger than Ryan Devin is Tank Devin, and there is no other fight bigger than that. Now, is Shakur versus Devin a big fight? Absolutely. But Ryan Devin right now is the big fight for Devin outside of Tank Davis.
You think
so?
Tony Weeks gonna be
I think that they know, because like Tony Weeks.
Yeah, you think Tony Weeks gonna be refereeing
I don't know who's gonna be
interrupted that man and talk about Tony Weeks.
Puro Sir was good.
I think they're gonna have like an ace in their back pocket, prize. I mean, if Ryan go out there, he getting beat up, throw one good left hook, Tony Weeks stop the fight. Same way he did for Rolly.
I think
that would be crazy.
And the fact, exactly, you can't even deny that's a possibility.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen, if you get hurt, you better hope the ref is on your side.
I think that no, it's imperative to get a good ref for that fight, because after the last fight, if they are to make that fight, and I think that they have to make that fight, because a lot of 47 hangs on that balance, and on top of that, you got both people being reintroduced back into the Bucks in public as confirmed stock. So I think that they definitely have to make the fight. I think that it cements.
Mike throws their car door.
My bad. That's me. That's me. My car's tweaking right now.
We got real live people on the show. There's real life moving around, working, building community. We building up our team, our support system every day. Listen, tap in with us, show us love. Let's keep growing. Bless the channel. T Hill, my bad. T Hill, go ahead.
Well, I don't want to be out of pocket, bro, but my sound is cutting up right now. But I'm gonna say,
you good. My bad. I thought it was good.
Now T-Dot be shaking and moving out there in California. You heard?
Yeah, we working, man. Before, listen, let's I mean, it's a good place to end, man. I could talk to y'all about this all day.
Okay, it stopped. So
Appreciate all the love and support. Everybody that blessed the Cash App. We definitely building. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. We got a long week ahead of us. What's today? Just Tuesday, right? So we got we may get some grand arrivals or something like that today. Y'all just lock in. We got Clarissa Shields versus Fran Sean on Sunday. So it's gonna be a hectic week. But I see all the passion. Everybody's excited. I dropped a link for Hot Rod. He was supposed to pull up. I guess he
I ain't seen Hot Rod in a long time.
maybe
I
the
love to hear
comments.
from that
I
guy.
think he wanted to come in on that Devin versus Shakur. He was going to probably try to True Blue a new
Nah,
one, right?
He
But I'm
can't
thankful
chew.
that
He can't
didn't
chew
happen.
over. Did he ever come back and give?
He
Did
was
he ever
going,
come back and
man. If
give
We
Cash
Dev
was
his
definitely, we
here, we
data?
were
definitely.
gonna have to. We were gonna have to fry
Outside of
in
that,
front
I'm
of
gone,
you.
man. Listen, y'all got
But he
anything
didn't
else
get his
before we get out of
frying.
here?
Mark,
I got
you got
Hit the
some.
Mark.
Cash App, hit the Zelle,
I
hit
can't
the
even hear
PayPal for
Marky.
my brother B3. You can hear
Hey,
me?
Hold on.
B3,
Hey,
can you hear me?
Well, as I was just saying, hit that Zelle, hit that PayPal, put some money in my brother's pocket. You know what I'm saying? Every dollar that goes into B3's pockets is gonna come my way through a friendly 50. So hit that Zelle and PayPal, man. Do that for my brother. Go ahead.
Hey, whatever Marky said, one thought if it meant I'm getting blessed, helping us grow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, I'll take that.
what he said is that every dollar that you get, he gets through a friendly 50. He said, so
Okay,
keep
fair enough.
supporting.
Listen. I always say you got to have volunteers, not hostages, right? So, listen, if I can bless young Mark, that's what it is. But I mean, he got to do his math a little correct now. We in good terms. Oh, Mark fell off. Everything is where it's supposed
Good.
to be, and we'll see. But if Devin fight Manny Pacquiao, Devin is stopping Manny.
Yeah, he going to
I'm gonna
bed.
let you know that right now.
He gonna melt
Oh,
him.
heck
You
no.
ain't
You
even and
gotta
you
go.
ain't, and
So
you
hold
can
on. You
put
want
that
to,
in the bank.
so hold
Like
on.
He gonna melt
Okay.
Mayweather
him.
A
Senior say,
stoppage.
it's gonna be a one-way deal.
So a
Mhm.
stoppage. That's what you're saying.
I can't even hear y'all, so I'm gonna end the show. Appreciate all the love and
You
support.
can't hear
Shout out
me?
to the
Hold
Sports
on. You
Talk
can't hear
Network,
me?
the
No,
People's
nigga.
Network.
That
Let's
nigga can hear me.
go
He can
green.
hear me.
All right, is you motherfuckers finished? Y'all finished? You silly motherfuckers. You got to be soldiers, all right? Soldiers. Not clowns, goddammit. Drive, and you shut the fuck up.